What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Right, another
one.
one. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai. Coming to you live from Jam Arena. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors and Devils. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of the Spring 26 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Warriors and Devils. Getting right into the action with some Division 4. All doubles tonight, so don't need to specify. A full playoff preview. We get Alex and Bueno against Echeverry and Kubala. Alex and Bueno 2-1 so far this season. Echeverry and Kubala have only played twice. They're 1-1. Alex has the serve, ready to begin tonight's game day.
Alex starts with a cortada serve. That is a fault. First fault. Second serve must be good. Keep him guessing with that serve. Echeverry picks the serve. Costavo 2-0. Opens wide and scores. Well executed by Echeverry. Echeverry and Kubala first up on the board here for the Devils.
Well, great sign for Echeverry. You know, he gets the second serve right there, too. Second serve there, too, which is, again, a little bit easier to handle. Way off the wall. And then look at how he cuts this open. I mean, that's wide and just inside the boundary line.
Beautifully
Perfectly done there to score.
Bueno to the outside, makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Kubala from the 8 line. Echeverry playing deep, backhand from the 8, straight to the corner, out to the rebote. Alex is there. Bueno now from the 9 line. Alex, deep in the backcourt, backhand thrown powerfully. Etcheberry also deep in the backcourt, big backhand. Robote, that rebound off the back wall comes out. Excellent throw by Alex, good catch by Kubala. Powerful forehand by Alex, will pass. Robote, the inside. Etcheberry fires it. Alex catches it, winds up. That's a great catch by Kubala. Alex calling for the Robote, fires it from the forehand. Kubala's on the catch, backhand from the 7. Powerful backhand by Etcheberry to the back wall. Kubala calls for the catch. Here's the backhand. Alex calls for the Robote. That's on the side wall. He makes the save. Etcheberry is attacking, but lets it pass to Kubala. Here's the backhand. Powerful forehand Robote. Etcheberry has it. Light touch. Right to the forehand of Alex. Powerful throw. Caught by Kubala. The point continues. Bueno now from the 8 line. Kubala plays it high into the backcourt. Bueno takes it out of the air at the 10 line. Kubala's there. Kubala again, this time at the back wall. Alex comes back, takes it on the forehand. Big right side, 2 pass, caught in the air by Etcheberry. Carom by Etcheberry does not open, but it does score. 2 points for Etcheberry and Kubala of the Devils. Etcheberry serves.
Yeah, some pretty high expectations when the Devils put this Etcheberry and Kubala team together, and so far they've delivered. I mean, 1-1 record. That only loss came against Iturbide and Robin when Iturbide got about as hot as we've ever seen with the Costado and scoring everything. The only team with both players top 10 in ranked catch rate. Kubala's been, there's an overserve.
Fault, overserve. Second serve must be good.
Kubala in Division 6 is catching just above 80%. Division 4 right here, 97.5, which ranks him 10th total on the roster. And Etcheberry right there with him.
Kubala's positioning's been really fantastic this season. Fault, overserve. Double fault. Point 4, Alex and Bueno of the Warriors are on the board with the point. Alex has the serve.
Yeah, you just hate to give one away with a double fault. Etcheberry, that's now his 3rd this year, actually more double faults than aces, and the only guy on the roster qualifying that department.
Kubala to the outside, makes the catch, keeps it on the backhand. Here's Bueno. Bueno from the 8 line. Kubala pulls that off the wall. Alex at the side wall with a hop, has a tip ball. 3 points for Etcheberry and Kubala. Etcheberry serves.
Yeah, you see Alex, I mean, he's coming way deep into the backcourt there about the 9 line and going for a difficult catch too. Alex has struggled, his catch rate below 95%, the lowest of any Division II player.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Part of the problem is, you know, you look at who's in the box that you're serving against. And Alex is a scary figure. There's a couple guys up there that, you know, you want to make sure you get the serve by.
One of the most aggressive.
Backhand by Bueno, high and hard to the front wall. Robote. Robote left side. That kicks up. Into the Chula. That's a high flyer. Alex makes the catch. Etcheberry on the 2 wall. Alex reads it, stops it, throws it back. Kubala. Great catch in the backhand. Alex, backhand from the 7 line. Bueno's there. Into the corner. Kubala goes, comes out with a fine catch. Kubala calls for the ball. Backhand. To the corner. Alex on the Robote. Low and inside. Etcheberry picks it off. Back to the inside. Alex is there winding up. Costado takes off, but hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. A 4th point for Etcheberry and Kubala. Etcheberry serves.
Yeah, well, we know Alex, and when you think about Alex, you think about that right side. And here in highlight, a lot of costado, especially in some of these divisions, when he goes to it, I mean, one of the fewest of any front quarters in his division, but he's not killing at a very high rate either. That one actually gave a point away.
Bueno on the backhand from the back wall. Kubala's there. Bueno again, this time from the 9 line. Robote for Etcheberry. To the inside. Alex, great catch at the 7 line. Kubala goes wall-to-wall from the left side. Robote, forehand by Alex. Etcheberry winds up. Light touch on the 2-wall that will open and score. 5 points for Etcheberry and Kubala of the Devils. Possible set point. Alex knew it. He went out there and tried to stop it.
Well, it's interesting. Looking at Etcheberry's stats, he's one of the highest in terms of his costado rate, just simply how many costados you throw, but doesn't translate into a lot of kill shot attempts. So far today, Stu, he's been very aggressive, killing 2 that have built up this lead for the Devils.
Part of it is knowing when to throw it and seeing where Alex was. Alex was tied up on the inside.
Absolutely. Game of
What a
great
catch
chance.
by Alex. Costi caught by Kubala. Bueno has this on the forehand. Right side played back. Etcheberry's there. Etcheberry powerfully from the forehand. Passes to the Robote. Catch by Alex. Here's the backhand from the 7 line. To the back wall, out of the corner. Forehand Robote fired by Etcheberry. Scoop.
Well tipped.
Tipped. Point and set to Etcheberry and Kubala of the Devils. 2 minutes go on the board. Come out, play our next set.
Yeah, that was just really well played by Etcheberry and Kubala. You know, you think consistency at first when you see this team, just simply with Kubala in the back, the value that he provides as a 5th-ranked player in singles, but as a backcourter with his catch rate, I mean, there's really nobody that compares to him. And then Etcheberry, too, in this division, I mean, just making catch after catch and starting to open it up a little more with the shots.
You know, with Kubala, I was able to watch his very first practice coming over here, and had a conversation with a true highlight fan. And I was like, oh, boy. Oh, I'm not sure about this. I'm concerned about this. And then ever since then, I mean, literally, he was on the court for about a half hour, 45 minutes. And then just his positioning was impeccable. The catching was good. He was hitting the back wall, doing everything a backcourter needs to do. And it was like, I retract that last statement. And since, he's been playing great.
Well, that's the thing we see, you know, players similar to Kubala that comes to mind is Ikeda in the back. He doesn't have a ton of power, but he just makes catch after catch. On a court like this, you can pass a little bit easier, and, you know, Kubala starts to do that. Makes him even more dangerous. Really well played there in the first set. Let's give you the rest of this game day slate tonight. I said it is a championship preview, which means that it's all doubles tonight. So when we get to those playoff rounds, it is only the doubles teams that compete. So we're seeing that between the Warriors and Devils. After this, we will go over to Division 3. Remember last time the Warriors played, Cabrera went down with a lower leg injury. He is out today. So Carballo, a man that Carballo, if you're new to Battle Court, get ready, folks. He's an exciting player, but for those that have been here before.
From the original days of Battle Court.
Yeah. The original Carballo, Stu. A guy that's played on the Cyclones in Division 3 alongside Manu. That Carballo will be playing with Douglas against Benetrix and Benny up next. Then Division 6, Bueno and Correa will take on Kubala and Rock, followed by Division 2, Alex and Manny against Benetrix and Arats. Then we'll see Carballo again in Division 5. Correa and Carballo take on Benny and Rock. And then the finale, Division 1 doubles, Douglas and Manny against Etcheberry and Arats. Those are the 6 matches in order tonight. Just about ready to begin our second set in match 1. Alex and Bueno have the serve.
This isn't the same Carballo who yelled at me from the front wall that one time, was it?
I think it may be.
First cousin, maybe. Okay. Time to begin our second set. Alex serves.
It's an athletic family. I wouldn't put it past him.
It is. It actually is an athletic family. Fault underserve. Second serve must be good. And that one really was on me. I did make the first derogatory comment. I was a little loose with the announcing that day. And
It's all right, Stu.
here's the backhand by Kubala. To the back wall, out to the rebote. Great catch by Kubala, backhand from the 8 line. Bueno takes that off the side wall, deep in the backcourt. Bueno at the back wall, clutch catch on the left side. Rebote forehand by Alex. Big bounce brought down by Kubala. Etcheberry on the rebote. That kicks. Bueno steps up, takes that ball in the air. Here's Kubala from the 9 line to the inside. Bueno takes it out of the air. Backhand to the inside. Etcheberry picks that up. Light touch. Alex with the speed gets up there, rifles it back. Kubala stopped that.
Twice now.
Bueno, perfect positioning. Good return. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Alex on the forehand. Over the top. Big bounce. Brought in by Kubala. Powerful forehand by Bueno from the back wall. Alex playing deep. Backhand from the 8. Kubala in the corner. Tough catch and a fine return.
Yeah, reaching back into the corner, too. That was a tough one.
Yeah, catching the ball behind you is always ill-advised, but when it works, it works. Bueno takes this on the bounce. Forehand, high to the front wall, going to the corner, and Kubala's there again. Etcheberry reaches in, catches that low, returns it hard. Backhand, right over the heads of the front quarters. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Always like to point that out, just so we have a record of it. Etcheberry now from the 7 line to the inside. Bueno's there.
Oof, right on the wall.
Powerful backhand. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Fired by Alex, caught by Kubala, juggling on the catch of Kubala is ruled. That first point will go to Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex serves.
Well, battle of attrition. The Warriors take the first point of set number 2. Again, those are the type of points they just haven't won this year. Alex, most kills on the roster. Well, it's actually second with 30, but hasn't really opened it up yet. See if he can get it going.
Bueno takes this one in the air. Powerful backhand. Rebote on a high bounce. Etcheberry's there. Bueno reaches out. Forehand over the top. Etcheberry picks it up, winds it up. Alex stops it on the outside. Powerful forehand crossing deep and scoring. Kind of a high check, Jack. Beautifully thrown by Alex. 2 points for Alex and Bueno. Alex serves.
Well, it's a good adjustment there by Alex. 2 times previously, he had it outside. He threw the lower and softer cortada, and Kubala was right there to catch it. This time, he elevates the throw a little bit more, forcing Kubala to react to the rebote. And we know what happens there. A little bit unpredictable, and it drops in.
Cortada serve lands in and is caught, returned by Kubala. Rebote by Alex, high and inside. Ball rule tipped. 3rd point for Alex and Bueno. Alex serves.
Rebotes don't get much better than that. High, right along the inside. There was no chance for Etcheberry to cut that one off. It was Kubala. And that was a big bouncer as it approached him.
And where was it? Right next to what? The side wall. The international drinking game of the World Jai-Alai League. Here's the backhand by Etcheberry.
Water, of course. Oh, kicked up again.
Big bounce. Yeah. Good effort. Good second effort there by Kubala. Alex gets the point with Bueno. 4 points and the serve.
Yeah, if Etcheberry is not going to be too active cutting off these balls inside, well, Alex is throwing the perfect counter. High pika on these rebotes, get a big bounce, and then have Kubala trapped under the bridge. Hasn't saved now twice in a row.
No, throw it over the front quarter's head, have it land well in front of the back quarter. If you have that kind of accuracy, use it.
Yeah.
Etcheberry at the sidewall, backhand from the 7. Powerful backhand, Rebote coming out. Rebote back to the inside, big bounce brought down by Kubala. Bueno makes the catch in the air. Bueno at the sidewall, backhand from behind the 9. Kubala, beautiful catch deep in the backcourt. That ball clears the overhead screen. Rebote coming out. Alex fires it from the forehand. Etcheberry to the 8 line to make the play. Alex calls for the Rebote. Rebote, oh my goodness. What a shot by Alex. That's a 5th point for Alex and Bueno. Possible set point to throw a Filo Rebote.
It shows you how well he's seeing
outside placement from that far back. I mean, what control. And he gets a salute from Etcheberry because, I mean, there's no stopping that one.
And he knows, you know, the Devils down 4-0. Etcheberry probably trying to be a little bit more aggressive, take one inside, and what does he do? Throw the outside placement.
Excellent behind the back save by Alex. That ball took a left turn in the air. Alex calls for the Rebote. He's on it. Fires it to the inside. Big bounce brought down. And a beautiful catch by Kubala. There's the forehand. Excellent catch by Kubala. He set up for that nicely. Kubala on the backhand to the inside. Bueno from 9. Kubala again from the 10 line. Backhand to the inside. Lifted high. Dropping in, and Bueno's there. That's a great catch. Kubala at the back wall. Big backhand. Rebote coming out. Wonky bounce. Rebote hooked. There'll be no shutout here in the second set. That's a point for Etcheberry and Kubala of the Devils.
Yeah, high bouncing Rebote. You see Alex trying to do something with it and just hooked it straight into the floor. Really well played, though, for the Warriors here. Still a 5-1 lead, a chance to force a third set.
Powerful backhand by Bueno. Kubala from the 9 line. Bueno in the corner. Here's the backhand. Etcheberry playing deep, makes the catch. Right to the corner. What a catch by Bueno. Here's the backhand by Bueno. Kubala's there. I hear a jump rope. That can only mean one thing.
He's back.
Here's the catch. Hard throw. Alex reaches in, makes the catch. Here's the 2-wall. Etcheberry on the wood to make the save. Carambola stopped in a beautiful catch by Alex. He goes high and deep. Rebote coming out. Oh, that kicks. Bueno, fine catch. This point still going on. Here's Kubala, backhand from the 9 line. 2 beautiful plays back-to-back by the front quarters there. Etcheberry made the catch, and Alex was right there. Rebote dropping. Alex makes the save. Etcheberry moving in. Rifles it, but out of play. Point and set to Alex and Bueno. They take the second set, 6-1. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our third and decisive set. So a tale of 2 sets, Andrew.
Well, totally, Stu. And we were talking before the game day about Jai-Alai and the utter simplicity of the game when you break it down, right? Sorry, it looked like I was going to say something deeper.
Yeah, we usually do.
But the simplicity and the strategy, it's just, we were saying, it's just a catch and throw game at its core. And in the first set, Alex missed a few, just simply missed a few balls that we're not used to seeing. 4 of them, I think, and then 2 2-walls from Etcheberry. Next thing you know, it's 6-1, and you're back at the bench. Set 2, complete opposite. Warriors just outlasting, making catch after catch. Alex doing a better job. And how about Bueno there? You got to give him some credit, too, in the backcourt as the lower ranked of the two players.
No,
I don't think he's missed a ball.
Catching everything. I mean, catching some really difficult balls, too. And,
Yeah.
you know, folks who may be new to, you know, the World Jai-Alai League and the battle court format, you know, sometimes they take a look at my announcing them, and man, that guy's a little sarcastic and rude and whatever. So having been part of the training of the early players, it's just like you can't overemphasize catching. You know, you just can't. It's like, and this is why you see players, it's like folks have always said, my God, that ball was dropping out of the air. How did he miss it? Well, he was thinking about the throw. You know, it happens so easily. So just focusing on the catch. And Alex is just such an explosive player. I mean, he's always ready, no matter what court on the world he's on. There he is right there. And he and Carballo in the same building, you know, he was on me back in the...
Well, in some states, they don't let that happen.
Well, exactly. And he said, Carballo and I need to play together. You need to switch up the... I said, Carballo and I need to play together. I said, the court can't handle that. I don't even know that the building can handle that.
No.
I mean, this building has survived everything since the 26 hurricane onwards. For those of you who are not familiar with the Miami 26 hurricane, really changed the entire landscape.
The whole landscape.
Of South Florida.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, both of these two front quarters coming in with a pretty low kill rate. Alex was fifth lowest of any front quarter at 38.5%, but Echeverry was one of the few that was actually lower than him, nearing about 34%. And for Echeverry, too, you look at his breakdown of his kill shots. He's thrown 5 2-walls and 4 splitters. And Echeverry is a combined 0 for 9 on Cortada and Tejada attempts this year. The only other player that hasn't thrown a successful one is Correa down in Division 6. So when he's playing the ball to the inside, hasn't had a lot of success. And even to the outside, well, he's throwing a lot, and they're not scoring at a pretty high rate. So you go back to the first set, 2 2-walls from Echeverry. Well, that's a little bit of a statistical aberration, really, from his stats this year. See if he can get back to that and get the Devils a win.
Ball dropped at the beginning of our third set. Echeverry and Kubala get the first point and the serve.
Well, right after we were praising him in that set, and Bueno still, I mean, holds true. He's just been catching everything so far and missed the first serve that crossed the wall. Testing him to the outside here, and you see a few more misses. There it is.
Another powerful serve by Echeverry will score. 2 points for Echeverry and Kubala in the third set. Echeverry serves.
And on these serves, he's crossing the side wall a little bit more, which takes Alex out of it.
Alex giving him an important thumbs up, saying, hey, don't worry about it. These are difficult serves.
Stay in, and look at that. It's dropped. Oh, boy.
This ball comes into the box, drops low, and scores. Third point for Echeverry and Kubala. Echeverry serves.
Yeah,
I mean, Alex had a smile on his face to Bueno saying, look, you know, no one could have caught that, and Bueno just...
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. I mean, he's mixing up these serves nicely, but avoiding Alex when he can. He's got this one.
Here's a catch by Bueno. Powerful forehand follows. Kubala's there. Here's Alex. Backhand from the 8. Rabote 4. Echeverry. That clipped. Comes to the backcourt. Bueno makes a fine catch. Kubala took that off the wall. That's a difficult catch. Alex from the 8 line. Backhand. Kubala again to the inside. High and inside. Rabote coming out. Alex on it. Ball dropped.
Dropped it.
That's a point for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex has a serve.
The Warriors spotted the Devils 3 points to begin this set, but it is still far from over. And we saw 6-1, so both these teams capable of rattling off a nice 6-point run.
Powerful serve by Alex, caught and returned by Kubala. Here's Alex. Backhand right to the corner. Kubala's there. Alex at the 9 line. Forehand played back all the way back. Here's Kubala. Backhand. Bueno makes the catch. Backhand to the inside. Kubala's there. Alex on the backhand. Powerful backhand to the backcourt. Kubala's there. Alex focuses on the ball, catches the ball behind the 9 line. That's Arrimada along the wall the whole way. What a catch by Kubala. Alex again playing deep. Backhand from the 8 line back to the inside. Alex just looks so comfortable back here. Alex calls for the rebote. Rebote left side. Etcheberry reaches in, picks it up. Hard backhand is caught by Bueno. Etcheberry on the catch. Backhand from the 6. Bueno in the corner. Comes out with the ball on the left side. Kubala has a tip ball. 2 points for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex serves. I mean, Alex playing deep. Sometimes you want to see it, sometimes you don't want to see it. In this case, he just plays so comfortably back there.
Look, in these longer rallies, too, I mean, most of them have gone the way of the Warriors. First set was a little bit quicker. Second set, every rally seemed to go their way, and holding true these last 2 points.
Rebote kicks up. Kubala just makes a difficult catch overhead. Here's Alex backhand from the 8 line. Kubala at the sidewall. Great play. Alex deep in the backcourt. Powerful forehand. Caught in the air by Etcheberry. Etcheberry launches this backhand. Rebote coming out. Etcheberry picks it out of the air. Coasty to the inside. Inside placement. Fired. Low and hard will score. Etcheberry and Kubala have 4 points and the serve. Flyered isn't a word, right?
Yeah, it's all right. But how vicious was that? The costado low, almost thrown like a cortada, how low it was. Stayed inside, cutting along the wall, a bunch of spin, and good luck catching that one. Don't care who's back there.
Remate Rincon. Powerful forehand by Bueno. Will score. Well played. 3 points for Alex and Bueno. Alex has a serve.
And Kubala a little hesitant as he's been approaching the side wall. That's now been a few in this set and throughout the match that have troubled him.
A hard serve by Alex is stopped by Kubala. Rebote. Rebote left side. Etcheberry's there. Bueno on the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Etcheberry calling for Kubala to make the catch, and he does on the back wall. Tough play.
Yeah.
Low, hard backhand. Rebote coming out. Not by much. Alex makes the save. Alex moving midcourt. Powerful throw. Oh, what a catch by Alex. Kubala from the 8 line. Backhand. Bueno on the back wall, maintains control, gets the backhand off Etcheberry now from the 7. Big backhand, this Rebote is coming out. A rebound off the back wall, fired from the forehand of Alex. Etcheberry has it. Costado rifled.
Yep.
Dying, and Alex read it, saved it.
Really good read.
Catch in the air by Bueno.
It's now the second forehand that Etcheberry's had that he's thrown right to the opponent in the air, and the Warriors get it.
That is a 4th point for Alex and Bueno. 4-4 is the score. Alex serves.
You know, look, you just have to capitalize on these opportunities. And we talked about, you know, Etcheberry's kill rate is one of the lowest among any qualifying front quarter, but 2 forehands in a row. One Alex caught in the air, one Bueno caught inside.
I was going to say you wouldn't notice by today.
No, just got to do a little bit better than that. Put the ball on the floor would complicate it even more.
Bueno on the catch. Here's the backhand to the inside. Kubala in the corner.
You talk about pressure, too. I mean, the Devils started off with a 3-0 lead, and the match barely started this 3rd set, so now you've got to be feeling it.
Alex all the way to the backcourt, like deep in the backcourt. Fine backhand, forehand rather. Rebote coming out. Alex is on it. Rifles it up the middle. Kubala's there. High and hard to the front wall. Alex picks it out of the air at the 8 line. Here's the backhand. Lower and harder. Kubala calls for it, picks it up on the bounce. Alex gets in there, backhand from the 7. On the wall the entire way out to the Rebote. Etcheberry's there. Alex has it on the right side. Cortada caught and stopped by Etcheberry. Rebote left side. Etcheberry has it in the air. Costalo 2-all missed.
No.
A 5th point for Alex and Bueno in the decisive third set. Possible set point.
You know, and here he goes back to the Costado for the 2-all. I mean, it didn't matter. That ball was going to open up wide of the boundary line anyway. It ended up hitting the pad. So either way, would have been out. 5 points.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Andrew, but that's really one of those where it's like you're throwing the 2-all and you see Alex and you know the speed and you know the right side. If he gets a hold of that, so you try to cut it open a little bit more, caught the pad.
5 of the last 6, and the Warriors with a chance to win this match.
Kubala down low, keeps that ball in play. Good control. Alex at the side wall. Here's the backhand. Kubala, backhand from the 9. Bueno takes that off the side wall, and a beautiful catch. Alex hard to the inside. Etcheberry's there. Bueno now from the 9 line. Backhand. Dropping into the corner. Kubala makes another fine catch. Dropping into the corner. Bueno now makes the catch. Powerful backhand. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Played by Alex. Trying to get a big bounce. Stopped by Kubala. Alex following that. Grabs it on the right side. Rifles it back. What a catch and throw. Kubala, tough catch behind the 10 line. Alex playing deep in the backcourt. Here's the backhand. Kubala's there. Backhand from the 9 line. Powerful forehand. Trying to pass. Kubala takes it out of the air. Rebote forehand rifled back. Etcheberry now playing deep. Backhand from the 8. Wall to wall with that left side. Rebote coming out. Alex on it. Rifles it. Etcheberry. Tremendous catch going into the side wall. Here's Bueno from the 9 line on the right side, right up the middle. Etcheberry takes it on the forehand, midcourt. Powerful forehand. Rebote for Alex. Alex rifles this one inside. Kubala's there. Here's the backhand. Bueno moves in. Backhand from the 8. Alex calling for the rebote. Plays it from the right side. Etcheberry has it. Winds up. Rifles it inside. Bueno stops it. Etcheberry calls the rebote. Alex has it in the air. Catch by Kubala. Bueno on the catch now from the 8 line. Kubala, fine catch, backhand from the 8. Alex playing deep, backhand. All right, along the wall, into the corner it goes, and Kubala's there. What a catch.
Match-saving catch. It's amazing how conservative the play gets. I mean, this point hasn't been like any of the others we've seen.
No one wants to give anything up. Rebote saved by Etcheberry. Alex going in. That's a clean miss in the front. Point still going. Ball tipped.
Oh, man.
That is point set in a hard-fought match for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors, taking it 6-4 in the third and decisive set.
Wow, what a win that is for Alex and Bueno. Lost the first set, down 3-0 in set 3, but they never gave up, coming back to take it 6-4. Warriors take a 1-0 lead. We'll go to Division III doubles up next, featuring that sub Carballo. Douglas and Carballo will take on Benetrix and Benny.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Take a look at that game day score now. 1-0. Warriors lead. Again, some practice here before we get into that Division III doubles match. And boy, are we excited to have Carballo back. We got our winners over there in the cage, though. Alex and Bueno. Now 3-1 after that win. Congratulations, guys. Tough match. I mean, obviously lost the first set, down 3-0 in set 3, but you guys never gave up. Bueno, what was the key? You're catching back there phenomenal tonight.
Thanks for that, man. I mean, I dropped 3 serves there and put us in a tight situation.
They weren't easy serves, Chris.
That's
I mean,
what
there was nothing easy about that serve.
Outside of that little run.
Yeah, no, but I mean, the key is, you know, Alex is a warrior, man. Like, you know, he never gives up, and you know, so it makes it easier for me. You know, I don't really have to constantly remind him to stay in his head. He's, you know, he's positive out there. You know, 1 point at a time, and we believe we could do it. And fortunately, we were able to dig ourselves out of that hole in the 3rd set.
Yeah, and Alex, this team now 3-1 so far this season. What do you like about the way that you guys have started? You guys have the best record for any doubles team of the Warriors.
Well, I'm happy playing with Bueno. To be honest, we have a great communication, and as I always said, I think in the court that's for me the most important thing, and I think that's what we have. We never give up. I like playing with him. I think that he likes playing with me, so I think that it looks in the court. So happy for the win.
Everyone likes playing with you, Alex. Everyone.
Awesome,
Everyone.
guys.
That's true.
Hey,
Thank
way
you.
to fight
in the
till the
building.
end. That was a big
Next
win.
time I will play with you.
Thanks, guys. Good luck in your next matches.
Thank you, guys. Go Warriors.
There is a sense of humor behind all that intensity.
Yeah, it's, you know, I get it. You know, you're out on the court. It's competitive. It's their living. You know, you want to win. All right, up next, too. Been waiting for this one all week. Douglas and Carballo. Yes, Carballo of
Michael
old. There he
Carballo.
is.
There he is playing backcourt.
Coming up off the taxi squad for the Warriors as a Division IV sub. They will take on Benetrix and Benny for the Devils. Now, Douglas and Cabrera started off really strong. They were 2-1. Benetrix and Benny, they've been really good too, 3-1 to begin their season. Okay, Carballo, you know, one thing to note, naturally plays up in the front court. Here he's in the back alongside Douglas. See how he does.
Douglas serves. We begin. Ball ruled tipped in the backcourt. First point to Benetrix and Benny. Of the Devils, Benetrix serves. You know, Benetrix was asking for a scouting report on Carballo, like before we started, and I was like,
Have you ever seen that?
I don't know
Yeah.
where to begin. Because Benetrix's energy, it's like...
With a little more danger added to it. And excitement, too.
Benny makes the catch overhead on the right side. Benetrix takes it on the bounce. That 2-all, with control, is out.
Yeah.
We're tied up, 1-1. Douglas has the serve.
Yeah, I think he got crossed up, but he knew it right away. That was just not the way he normally throws it, and way wide. And look, in this matchup, too, you want to test Carballo. We've seen guys that have played Jai-Alai for years and years in a row that have struggled here in the backcourt. He's out of position. He hasn't played in a couple of seasons. Let Carballo beat you back there, and don't even test Douglas in the front because we know what he's capable of.
Rabote by Douglas. It's a 2-all. It opens, it scores. Second point for Douglas and Carballo. Douglas serves.
Douglas has been firing the 2-all, and it's been scoring for him, particularly in doubles. I mean, off the rebote, a little more difficult. Wouldn't say that's a great strategy to rely on letting the ball come out, but that one working out for the Warriors.
Benetrix picks the serve. There's the backhand. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Douglas on the rebote. Benny, what a catch at the side wall. Rebote for Douglas. Benny picks it up on the bounce. Here's the backhand. Benny pulls that from the side wall at the 9 line. Carballo, great catch, deep in the backcourt. Powerful forehand, caught by Benetrix. That's a point for Benetrix and Benny. Benetrix serves.
I was just going to say the rebote and this back wall is going to be way different for Carballo too, because that is what you would see before, is the back quarter sprinting to get out and save a rebote. Here you typically see the front quarter running back and the back quarter just stepping away. A little bit of a learning curve, and again, catching two going to be a little difficult. New court, new ball, new everything for him. Look at that. Yeah.
Rebote forehand falls just short. A third point for Benetrix and Benny. Benetrix serves. And Carballo has had practice. I mean, just
yes.
we didn't just pick him up willy-nilly.
No, right.
He practiced on Saturday, had a really good practice. Again, he's making the same adjustment to an entirely new court. He played his whole career at the other court.
Like,
Carballo kept that in constant mode. That's so Carballo-like. Here. Benetrix on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Benny is there. Benetrix takes it in the air. Backhand from the 7. Carballo takes that on the forehand. Back on the wall. Powerful forehand right to the right side of Benetrix. Carballo again on the right side. Rebote by Douglas to the inside. Benny takes that on the bounce. Carballo with a tip ball at the 9 line. 4th point for Benetrix and Benny of the Devils. Benetrix serves.
like the adjustment that Carballo made that time, just ducked out of the way, let Douglas handle the rebote, and also like the strategy for the Devils here too. Just play Carballo deep in the corner. If it goes 20 minutes, I don't care how long a rally goes, just let him beat you.
Carballo winds up with the costado from the backcourt. Here is Benny.
We haven't been seeing a lot of that, Stu.
Clean miss, 2-all. Oh my, what a shot by Douglas. The fall down rebote, 2-all scores. That is a third point for Douglas and Carballo. Douglas serves.
Douglas is 2-all coming in, which is fourth.
Benny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Carballo down low makes the catch. Powerful backhand. It did catch the overhead screen. That's out of play. That's a 5th point for Benetrix and Benny. Possible set point. Carballo just getting a little too much power on that one. Again, made a fine catch, but that one hit the overhead screen. Carballo, fine catch on the left side. Backhand to Benetrix. Benetrix on the backhand, low and hard. Douglas stops it. Benny in the corner, phenomenal catch. Here's Douglas from the 8 line on the right side. Powerful forehand to the corner, rebote for Benetrix. Benetrix to the inside, Douglas attacks. 2-all by Douglas, another one to score. That is 4 points. For Douglas and Carballo, still possible set point for Benetrix and Benny. Carballo not disappointing, making the adjustment very quickly. That costado from the backcourt was just...
We have not seen any of those.
Yeah, that's...
No reason to change up from the 2-all, though, if you're Douglas. I mean, he's throwing it with more confidence than we've seen.
He almost just got hit by Benny. Benny in the corner makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Carballo moves up, takes that one in the air. Fine catch, little clip. Benetrix has it. Hard throw. Carballo stops it on the forehand, puts it back inside. Benetrix takes it on the bounce. Douglas calls for the rebote. Powerful forehand rebote. Benetrix playing deep backhand from the 8. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Caught by Benny in the air. Rebote for Douglas. Rebote forehand, fire to the inside, crossing, dropping, saved by Benny. Douglas takes it out of the air, stops it. Costado, this one really kicks up, but hits the overhead screen. That is point and set for Benetrix and Benny. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
You know, and to me, Stu, that set went about as you expected, really. You know, a couple struggles for Carballo in terms of the catching, but if Douglas is hot and is throwing the 2-wall, he can keep the Warriors in it. That's exactly what we saw. Put up 4, but the Devils 6-4 take it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is this a ghost of highlight pass on your left?
Oh no, you're seeing it correctly.
Anthony,
Always good to have him back.
one of our favorites here in the back wall. That's, of course, the player's cage right there. Player playing really good.
You see team captain Aratz coming over to Benetrix and Benny. We'll see Aratz for the first time, actually match 4. Aratz playing matches 4 and 6 tonight alongside Benetrix and Echeberry, respectively. And this has been really the strongest team for the Devils over their last 2 seasons. Benetrix and Benny in Division 3, they were 8-2 last year, so far 3-1 this year, and that doesn't even include a win over Jairo and Manu when Aratz was out the first game day of the year.
No, Benetrix's adjustment is something we've talked about since he first came out. He's arguably, of any player who's come into battle court, so we're talking about Lopez, Machea, Olperon, Lalu, Urrutia, who also made very quick adjustments. Benetrix made the quickest adjustment, really, of anybody. And he just has an aggressive style of play. That's why giving him the scouting report on Carballo, giving him the scouting on Carballo is a little complicated. It's like, well, take you and add an element of unpredictability.
Yeah, I think that's the best. Well said.
I didn't know what else to say.
And also, you know, as we noted, Carballo's out of position too, so he can't do the same things and be his explosive and wild self, which has made a name for him in highlight. He can't really do that here, trapped in the back. But
he's playing the backcourt position very well, though.
Look, if Douglas is throwing shots like that, you know, I think they're fine with this setup. You know, Douglas coming into this matchup, he's 12 of 20 killing the ball to the outside of the court, and he's only 4 of 20 killing it to the inside with those Cortadas and Dejadas. So again, for Douglas, look, even you can score any 2-on on this court if you throw it well, so you don't have to play the inside, play to your strengths, and boy, did he ever in set 1. Set 2 begins with an overserve.
Fault, overserve. Second serve must be good.
And Douglas, of course, always known for that catch rate, 97% this year, places him 4th on the roster. Does it from the left and right side effectively, top 10 in both.
Powerful serve is in. Benny plays the backhand low and hard. Carballo, great catch. Powerful backhand. Benny stops it at the back wall.
And a very straight backhand for Carballo, too. Typically throws it more to the outside, which you'll be a little more exposed out on this court than he was used to before. Look at Benetrix staying
outside
with it.
Play. Oh, my goodness. Did the camera catch that?
Look at Benetrix. He's
that was
still
classic Carballo. I mean, the way he instinctively, I mean, he didn't make the play, but wow. Who got the point?
Oh, that was the Devils. Well, the good thing is, you know, we've been working on the new video for the intro video for here, and we got Carballo playing, so we'll get a bunch of highlights today. I think already with 2 as he slid it to the outside, sliding in the corner here. That's Carballo for you.
I mean, the
folks.
shot was excellent. From the outside to the outside is always excellent, no matter who throws it. Fault, overserve. Second serve must be good. And Benetrix, Benny was guiding him on where to make that rebote, and Benetrix just made the rebote. It turned out to be outside.
That's got to get down. Oh, man.
Double fault. Point for Douglas and Carballo of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Well, he's been killing him off the rebote with the 2-all, so the last thing you want to do is give him a freebie in the service box for him to kill you. Also not advising double faulting either. I'd rather see Douglas beat me with another 2-all than give up a point any day of the week.
I agree with you 100%, Andrew. There's the backhand. Rotate forehand by Douglas. Benetrix makes the catch in the air. Rotate coming out. Powerful, powerful rebote.
Yep.
Benetrix eyes on it, puts it inside. Carballo attacks with the right side. Cortada from the backcourt, beautifully thrown by Carballo to score. Douglas and Carballo have a second point and the serve.
Well, you know Carballo's playing because we've seen 2 things already that we haven't seen at all this year. A costado from the backcourt off the serve and a cortada from the inside at the 7 line. And that's pretty good. Right on the wall and scoring.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
From that deep and that far to the inside of the court.
Should
Gutsy,
point out
but,
that
yeah.
Carballo is always going to be part of the program, but is currently the father of twins.
Oh, congratulations.
Absolutely. Happily married. Backhand by Benny. Carballo makes the catch on the backhand. Backhand clips and scores. That's a third point for Douglas and Carballo. Douglas serves.
Well, let's see here. It's a backhand. I don't think the intent was a backhand two-wall, but it forces
No.
a very tough scoop for Benetrix outside.
Carballo always did have that form on the backhand where he throws it a little bit sidearm.
Yeah, sidearm more to the middle of the court, and he will clip the sidewall more than others.
Rebote forehand by Douglas. Benetrix coming flying cross court to make the play. That ball is tipped. A fourth point for Douglas and Carballo. Douglas serves.
And if
you
that
got
ball-
Benny back there. I don't want to take anything away
Right.
from Benetrix, but you got Benny. You know.
No, I think this was just such a tough catch for Benny, too, and why he went for it. I mean, that's going to be on the bounce, tough scoop anyway, but yeah, Benny's been solid back there.
Benny from the forehand, beautifully thrown. Rebote, that hit the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. Second point for Benetrix and Benny. Benetrix serves.
That one a little bit ill-advised. You know, very early in the point, Benetrix had a read on it. He was already to the outer two-thirds of the court.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, trying to thread the needle there.
And now he's also expecting it, too. So this is the time where Douglas, hey, maybe throw some splitters or change it up just a little bit. Could still go to the outside, though.
Backhand
that's
by
out.
Carballo caught the side wall. That will land out of play. A third point for Benetrix and Benny. In the second set, Benetrix serves.
So we're saying those backhands, if they're not thrown straight and clip the side wall, they have been sailing wide of the boundary line as opposed to dropping in like they did at the other facility.
Carballo, fine catch. Backhand to the inside. Benny's there. Benny, big backhand from the 8 line. Carballo from the forehand. Rebote coming to Douglas. Douglas has a missed rebote on the forehand. 4-4 is the score. Benetrix serves for the Devils.
And that's why you go back to that 2-all rebote attempt from Douglas. You know, the Warriors are probably just happy to build that 4-1 lead. You don't need to give it away. And next thing you know, 2 more points, and now it's tied 4-4, and that advantage is completely gone.
Bullet serve stopped by Carballo.
Ooh,
Bullet Costado caught by Benny.
That's a tough catch. On the move, too.
Carballo takes that off the wall deep. Powerful backhand. Caught by Benny at the 9 line. Carballo, difficult catch deep in the backcourt. Benny's there. Benny from the forehand. Douglas coming deep to the backcourt. Powerful backhand. Wall to wall. Benetrix on the rebote. That kicked. Kick to the forehand of Carballo. Beautiful catch. Benetrix powerfully from the right side. Douglas with a mighty reach. What a catch. Benny at the back wall. Snags it with the forehand. Douglas switches for the rebote. Puts it inside. Benetrix lets it pass. Big bounce brought down by Benny. Carballo with a tip ball behind the 10 line. That's a 5th point for Benetrix and Benny. Possible set, possible match point for the Devils.
Man, now 4 straight points, and the Devils with a chance to close it out right here. Good conservative play. Oh,
Douglas
what a
picks the serve,
catch.
rifles it outside to score.
Man, you ever seen someone pick a serve like that? Up high, right on the wall. This is gutsy. Look at, and he's at the underserve line.
He knows he needs to
Just
be,
behind
he
it.
knows he needs to be. He knows
I
he
know,
needs to
Stu.
be
The
there.
smile was coming. He knows that's about as close as he can be to the front of the line as possible. Now 1 point to decide the set. This is where you're looking for a shot if you're Douglas to end it and send it to a third one.
Ball dropping. Douglas goes for the save. That just hit the overhead screen.
Tough.
That is point, set, and match in straight sets. Hard fought for Benetrix and Benny, winning at 6-4, 6-5.
Yeah, pretty close there in the scoreline, 6-4, 6-5. The Devils get their first win of the game day in straight sets. Again, all doubles today, so we'll go down to Division 6 up next. Bueno and Correa go up against Kubala and Rock. Take a look at that game day score. 1-1, all knotted up through the first two matches. Alex and Bueno defeating Echeverry and Kubala, and a few moments ago, Benetrix and Benny taking down Douglas and Carballo. We'll see Carballo up next in Division 5 alongside Correa. Carballo will still be in the backcourt there, but Division 5 match, he'll get to open it up a little bit more. That'll be fun, folks, so make sure you stick around.
Along with some players that he's played with his entire career.
Yes, absolutely. There you see in that bottom row, you see the game day score, but beneath it, the season standings in order from left to right. You got the Cyclones up at the top, Chargers adding points yesterday, move up into second, and then the Devils in third. Renegades holding on to that final playoff spot because they do own the tiebreaker over the Fireballs.
With 3 ties, correct? Oh, sorry,
4 ties. Four ties in their 5 game days, too.
4
yeah,
ties.
After that tie yesterday against the Chargers.
My oh my.
As Gaucheri said, you just get points. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a full. If you're getting points, they'll add up. If you tie every game day, Stu, 7.5 points is that's a lock to make the playoffs in any season, given what we've seen with the 16 format. So, in a good spot so far.
Good to know.
Just a couple seconds away from the start of our next match here, but of course we will hear from Benetrix and Benny before we get to that. Amazing. 4-1, those two youngsters playing together, Stu. And 5-1 if you include their Division 2 match.
Just listening to you refer to someone as a youngster makes me feel that much older.
It's amazing, the youth movement that we've had the last couple seasons, and all these guys can play, Stu. Let's hear from Benetrix and Benny here. Congratulations, guys. Now 4-1 together this year. Now, Benetrix, Stu was saying you were asking about Carballo and how he plays out there. Now that you've seen it live, can you describe it and how that matchup was for you two?
Physically, he's a monster. That's very, very, very scary, to be honest. Yeah. Like he was going on the floor and was doing like back flips, front flips. Like physically, he's a beast. And so that was a little bit scary, to be honest, because I don't know if I try a kill shot like a Cortada or something like that, I know he's going to be there. So I was like mixed emotions. Like I didn't know how to play, but Benny make an incredible job like every time. So pretty happy.
Awesome, guys. Well, a great win for you, and good luck the rest of the game day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Quickly going over here to Division 6 doubles. Bueno and Correa ready to take on Kubala and Rock.
Well, fortunately, there's not a youngster here. You know, there's youngsters, but, you know, Rock. We're ready to begin our next match. Here's the backhand by Rock, caught by Correa. Fine catch on the left side. Kubala, forehand. Bueno from the right side, going deep. Oh my. Rock jumping backwards. That ball is in and out of the cesta. Bueno and Correa get the point.
Yeah, catch rates, I mean, for both of these players on the Devils been a little bit down, and Kubala significantly. I mean, we said he's catching near 98% in Division 4. Well, it's just above 80%, 80.8% in Division 6, which puts him 68th out of 72 qualifying players.
Fault, underserve, second serve, must be good.
And Rock in the backcourt, you know, that overhead screen, boundaries have really plagued him so far this year. See if he can just limit some of these mistakes. His catching's been a lot better.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Going hard to the inside. Bueno's there. Rock now from the 9 line. Beautiful catch by Correa off the wall. Correa calls for the catch. Here's the backhand. Bueno on the forehand from the 8 line. Powerfully thrown high to the front wall.
Yeah, popped out.
Second point for Bueno and Correa.
Yeah, and by the letter of the
Bueno
law,
serves.
I think this is more holding than juggling
Yes.
because the ball doesn't break contact with the base of the basket. You saw it roll to
But
the
his
handle.
motion
He
did
stopped.
stop in order
Absolutely.
to, and
Yeah.
that's like the literal old-fashioned definition of juggling, if it constitutes a stop in the motion. Powerful backhand by Rock. Rebote forehand. Right side to the outside. Correa makes the catch. Rock reaches out, comes back over the top. Pika will score from the forehand of Rock. Kubala and Rock on the board with the point. Kubala serves.
And if you're the Devils, you got to find a way to test Correa here in the backcourt. He's only seen 88 balls this year, which is about half as many as the players around him in catch rate, and he's second to last, around 84%. We saw Bueno in the first match catching nearly everything in the corner. He'll do it up in the front court and play a majority of the balls. But Correa got to make a few of these catches to keep him in it.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
And even that right side for Correa, which is usually his preferred side, even lower at 81%. So, yeah, just still adjusting to this court and hasn't played a ton of matches either. So we'll see how that changes up at the midway point. Oh,
Double
goodness.
fault.
Yeah.
Point for Bueno and Correa. Bueno serves.
Yeah, you know, I feel like we say the same thing every time there's a double fault. There's really no reason, but especially when you get down in these levels, let the guy beat you before you give away a point. You know, unforced errors and catching, the simple parts of highlight, the name of the game down here. Just get the serve in. You have to, and Kubala knows it.
Here's Rock on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Rock moves to the outside to make the catch.
Watch
Throws
out.
a carom.
Oh, what?
That scores. 2 points for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves.
Well, they cleared the lane for him. And look at this carom. Look at where it hits.
That
And dead before Bueno can make his way up to it.
can't take anything away. That's a really good backcourt carom.
With a soft touch, that's the key.
Powerful forehand by Correa. Rock on the catch. Backhand to the outside. Correa runs. Oh my, what a catch. Brings it over the top. Pika. Caught in the backcourt by Rock. Bueno midcourt on the right side. Low and hard. Caught by Kubala. We're all tied up. 3-3. Kubala serves for the Devils.
Tough one coming in there into the corner. Clean miss by Bueno, and then Correa didn't really have a lot of time to react as that ball was approaching him. Good comeback for the Devils, 3-3. If they continue to play this rally game, you have to like the Devils' chances. Kubala up there in the front and Rock in the back, a little more sure-handed. Oh, that's another miss serve.
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good. What's interesting is that Bueno is not known for taking a lot of serves.
Oh, exactly right. But we'll see here. You don't just want to lay one up to the middle of the court. I totally get that. But, yeah, he can do that all day. And no chance Bueno's going to pick it.
Correa from the forehand, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Kubala going for the save. That falls short. A 4th point for Bueno and Correa. Bueno serves. Correa's got, I mean, no power lost on that right side.
No.
You know, just even playing in the backcourt. It's a cannon.
See how that rebote came out too? Just shot out of the corner there. Kubala was backpedaling and tried to play it over his head. Just one of the things we always see there. You can't get enough power on it.
Kubala picks the serve, split placement. Juggling is the call. A 4th point for Kubala and Rock. 4-4 is the score. Kubala serves.
A flash of white as Bueno made that catch and tried to control it, which usually means there's a little bit of a juggle there.
Or a flashlight in the Cessna.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that ball came completely out.
There it was. That was the flash, Stu. Yeah.
Correa on the backhand. Rock with the tip ball in the backcourt. That is a 5th point for Bueno and Correa of the Warriors. Possible set point.
You know, frustrating. He's just got to take a half step up there. I mean, he's kind of stuck in the same spot, waiting for that ball to come, and it arrives 2 inches, 3 inches shorter than he thinks, and that's the difference.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand.
Tough one. Yeah, right
ball
on
tipped
the wall.
at the side wall. We are at 5-5. This is set point.
And when the ball's been within a foot of the side wall, neither team has really had success. So if you're seeing this, both teams keep the ball as close to the side wall as possible. Again, all the simple stuff, the basics and highlight really works out in this division.
Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate that. The basics of highlight.
Took me 4 years, but I finally do believe you.
You see the value in it?
Yeah.
Powerful forehand by Correa. Picada all the way up and scoring. Mighty nice throw by Correa to finish that set. Bueno and Correa take it 6-5. I didn't just see Rock angry, did I?
You know, he was a little confused there because that was a mighty hop off the side wall. That jumped way up high and over his head.
Because
well thrown by Correa. You know, that's what he can do.
Oh, no question about it. So here we see Correa come straight over the top.
Right.
Snaps his wrist. This is picada, definition of picada. Look at this. Yeah, I mean, that is a perfectly thrown ball by Correa.
Yeah, he's backing up, and then he's got a leap in the air and just couldn't get enough on it to reach that ball. Very well done by Correa. You know, catching wasn't quite there, but, you know, makes the shot when he needs to at 5-5 and gets his team the set. Back over here on the cage, the Devils side of the cage, Rock and Kubala. Second season that these two have played together in battle court. This year they started off 2-2, not all too bad. For them, obviously a little bit more experience than most other teams. And last year, Kubala and Rock put together just a 3-7 record across their 10 matches. So already through 4 matches, they're 1 win shy of posting their season total from last year.
But Rock's catching just, and this isn't from a statistical standpoint, obviously. Yeah. I don't do the stats, but, you know, turned such a corner last season, and then we were curious to see how it would translate to this court. And it translated very well. I mean, just stepping up and catching. By comparison, how he's played in previous seasons, you know, several tip balls, overhead screen would get in his way.
Yeah, I think the one thing that kind of gets lost sometimes is Rock definitely is more sure-handed than some of the other players at his rank with the catching, but he doesn't do nearly as much damage on the offensive side. He doesn't have that big right side that can get you a few tip balls or miss rebotes. He tends to be a little bit more conservative, doesn't want to hit the screen, give anything away. So, again, that's really the only thing that we see sometimes with Rock. But, again, you'd rather just make the catch and keep the rally going than throw one off the court.
Though that was a nice carom that he threw.
It was.
I mean, when I saw him winding up, I freely admit I was a little worried, but then it turned out very nice. I like life. We're ready to begin our next set.
Just got to trust it, Stu.
Trust the process, right? Kubala will have the serve for the Devils.
And that was Rock's first successful 2-wall kill in doubles this year.
Kubala serves. Our second set has begun. Here's Correa from the backhand. Kubala's there. That ball goes off the tip of Correa's cesta. First point in the second set goes to Kubala and Rock of the Devils. Kubala serves.
In the Devils, you just got to keep getting that ball to Correa. I mean, there's not many teams where the front quarter plays a higher percentage of the balls on the back, but this Bueno and Correa team is one of them. Bueno's very aggressive, will control play from the front, but it's on the Devils to not let him do that.
There's the backhand by Correa. Rock makes the catch. Here's the backhand from the 8 line. Ball tipped. Back at 10. Second point for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves. Now, Correa's been doing so much work on his backhand.
Right.
And he's naturally left-handed. Ambidextrous, I think, more, but both.
You know, it's the balance. Do you want to go for it on the right side where he has a lot more power, but he's a little less sure-handed, or go for the left where he's going to make that catch more consistently? Pika again. See if Rock
Picada
adjusts.
again. Oh, what a
got
catch by Rock. Oh, my.
Good.
Hard throw. Caught the choppa. That's out of play. That's a point for Bueno and Correa. Well, Rock wasn't going to get beaten on another picada. I mean, he went up high, and he's already, how tall is Rock? Like 6'3"?
3, 4, yeah, somewhere in there. Towering over us.
Well, me especially. I mean, you're at least, what, 5'10"? Powerful forehand by Correa to the backcourt. Here's Rock with the catch. Bueno goes to the side wall, makes the play. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Kubala. Beautiful rebote on the right side. Correa again. Hard throw. Ball ruled to have been touched in the backcourt. That is a point for Bueno and Correa. We're tied up at 2-2 in the second set. Bueno serves. So you're not 5'10"?
No, he's pretty accurate, right around there.
Okay.
Haven't looked in quite a while. But I'll tell you what, Rock going into the corner there, it didn't look fully committed to that one. I mean, his back was a little bit out. The cesta was in position, and yeah, they got to go for it. They let Kubala play the rebote.
Rebote to the forehand of Bueno. Rock takes that on the forehand, puts it back inside. Bueno's there. Backhand, powerfully thrown. To the back wall, rebote comes to the inside. Kubala's there. Bueno takes it in the air. Backhand. Ball tipped at the 10 line. Third point for Bueno and Correa. Bueno serves.
Warriors are doing.
I'm not sure what Kubala was yelling.
Yeah.
For him to take it or not.
No, I'm not sure. But the Warriors have just done a really good job of setting up these points. Once they pass, Kubala doesn't have enough on the rebote to get it by Bueno, and he's just controlling the play up there and doing a bunch of damage. Now in the lead, 3-2.
There's Rock on the catch. A powerful backhand follows. Rebote to the inside. Bueno's there. Kubala reaches up, makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Correa on the catch. Right side to the inside. Oh, fine catch by Rock, pulling that off the wall.
Catch of the day for him.
Ball tipped at the 10 line. We're all tied up, 3-3. Kubala serves.
That's how quickly it can change down here in Division 6. It looks like Rock is maybe going to tip another one, open up that lead to 4-2. Instead, he makes the catch, and Correa misses to tie it up. About that one catch, especially in this division. And tougher serve, a little change up.
Correa just to make that catch. Beautiful play by Rock deep in the backcourt. Hard backhand. Correa has it on the right side. Plays it up from the 9 line. High and hard to the backcourt. Rock's there. Correa now on the backhand. Keeps it inside. Rock advances. Takes it in the air. Little clip. Ball tipped on the forehand of Correa. That's a 4th point for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves.
Right side again, moving to the outside. It's been the same type of miss. Bueno just trying to instill some confidence in his backcourt, telling him it's all good. Devils now back ahead.
Powerful backhand by Correa. Passes to the back wall. Rebote for Kubala. He keeps it in play. Bueno takes it on the bounce. Powerful forehand. Goes above Rock's head at the side wall. That will score. 4-4 is the score. Bueno serves.
Both sets taking us to 4-4 late. And that ball couldn't have been placed any better on the side wall, right as Kuban was trying to save the rebote. Got him backpedaling too. Kind of above his head, just perfectly done. But see, Bueno stepped in front of one on the quick bounce. Not going to let it pass to the backcourt if he doesn't have to.
Kubala picks a serve. Powerful backhand. Scoop by Correa. Rock on the catch. Powerful backhand. Correa on the forehand. Picada, big right side, will score. 5 points for Bueno and Correa. Possible set point.
Yeah, and those type of catches are why Kubala's catch rate is just above 80% here in this division. He's trying to play hero ball more than he is in Division 4. Rock's been, he can handle that right side. And that's a very difficult play for Kubala, even with his skill.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Correa takes it in the air. Forehand. Big right side. Rock's there. Rebote forehand. Kubala with the catch. Backhand from midcourt. Correa, what a catch at the side wall. Difficult play coming in high. Rebote for Kubala. That's up high. Bueno follows it. Dropped it on the forehand. 5-5. So it is possible set point for the Devils, Kubala and Rock. Possible match point for Bueno and Correa of the Warriors.
If he makes that catch, it is a really good opportunity to close out the match. Instead, 5-5. The Devils can extend it.
Excellent serve and a fine catch by Correa. Here's Kubala. Kubala from the forehand. Correa moves up to make the catch. Backhand. Kubala's there. Correa with focus. Here's the backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote coming to the inside. Kubala on the rebote. Bueno back to make the catch. Powerful backhand to the inside, and Rock is there. Correa now from the 9 line. Powerful backhand. Kubala reaching behind him, makes a difficult catch. Here's Bueno from the 7 line. Right up the middle. Rock at the back wall. Correa reaches out, makes a fine catch. Pica back to the inside. Stopped by Rock. Bueno takes this on the bounce. Powerful forehand, that's going to cross the wall.
Tough one.
What a save by Kubala. Great effort. That lands just out of play. Point set and match for Bueno and Correa, taking it 6-5, 6-5.
Nice day brewing for Bueno, responsible for both of the wins already for the Warriors, as they take a 2-1 game day lead into match number 4. That's Division 2 doubles. Coming up next, Alex and Manny will take on Benetrix and Arats.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Game day score reflecting that second win by the Warriors. 2-1 lead into match number 4. Alex stepping out for this next one with Manny. They'll take on Benetrix and Arats. Haven't seen a whole lot of either of these teams, especially this Devils team. They've only played twice through the first 5 game days, and Alex and Manny played just 4 times. But Bueno and Correa over in the cage, ready to go. Let's hear from him after that win. Congratulations, guys. Bueno's second win for you already today. And you played this Kubala and Rock team a little bit. What was the strategy to try to play these two?
Just communication. Last night we built Legos together. It's a highlight player with the golden cesta. So we just worked on our communication and our team bonding.
Player bonding is really excellent.
Always key.
Your picata was really working. You were firing it over the top. It scored for you well. How did you feel with the right side today?
I felt really good. I'm starting to get a lot of confidence. That's the shot that Stu taught me.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. By the way, we really need to make dinner work because Anderson and I have been trying to make dinner plans now for about 3 weeks. Hadn't worked.
That's all right. Well, we'll figure it out.
Great job, guys, at the highlight, by the way.
Thank you. Go Warriors.
All right, good, great game, guys.
Go Warriors.
It's true. It's true. We've talked about it's like we set it up and it just doesn't happen.
And you think everyone else cares about that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Division II doubles coming up next. Alex and Manny will take on Benetrix and Arat. I was invited to one of those dinners one time, and I must have been.
Always invited.
You must have lost
Andrew.
my contact. All right,
Wherever
Division II,
I am,
Alex and
you're
Manny.
invited, period.
1-3 so far. 1-3 so far this year. Benetrix and Arat 1-1. But that only win came courtesy of Benetrix and Benny when Aratz was out the first game day of the year. So, yeah, not a lot of experience with Benetrix and Aratz playing together. There was a big change for the Devils, moving Benetrix from Division 5 last year up to Division 2, and we'll see how he fares against some tougher competition. Stu? Get off open table.
I'm ready. Should I make it for 3 or 2? Are you coming
3.
or not?
3.
Okay. There's a serve by Alex. We begin. Manny on the catch behind the 9 line. Here's Benetrix, backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Alex is there, shoots it 2-all. Quickly to score. Costado 2-all puts Alex and Manny on the board first. Alex serves.
Of all the top-level players, Alex is really the most predictable because he's so well-rounded in his skill set. He doesn't throw a lot of Costados, but he can. And you see it right there, and he wastes no time doing it off one of the first throws.
Benetrix picks the serve.
Look at the speed.
Oh, my goodness. Alex got there.
Yeah, he did.
Manny on the catch. He comes over the top. Benetrix on a hop, makes the catch. Powerful forehand. Manny's there. Benetrix backhand from the 7 line. Oh, Rat's at the back wall, makes a difficult catch. Here's Alex winding up. Costado kicks up, comes out to the rebote, and drops.
Died.
Two points for Alex and Manny. Alex serves.
Well, that's what we're saying. You know, those bounces will even out. Look at Alex, though. I mean, talk about a full sprint, barely gets up to it. Man, with all the skills he has, athleticism, one of the best traits, too. He is quick.
Powerful backhand by Aratz. Back to the inside. Benetrix is there. Benetrix to the corner, out to the rebote. Alex, that's up high. Floater. Aratz stops it. Low and hard. Manny reaches out. Ball tipped off the side wall. A 3rd point for Alex and Manny. Alex serves. You know, Alex was looking for a foot race between Jedden and CRB, but I think it's just to see who he would go up against.
Yeah, I'm putting him as the #1 seed against anybody so far.
He's fast. Here's the backhand by Manny. Aratz takes it in the air, backhand from the 9 line. Picada. Oh my, what a catch by Benetrix. Backhand stays to the inside. Alex from the backhand. Manny now from the 10 line over the top. Rotz to the corner, backhand from the 9 line. Rotz makes this catch on the forehand. Manny has it on the bounce at the 10 line. Rotz switches from left to right. Excellent catch. Rebote for Benetrix. To the inside. Manny on a hop, makes the catch. Cortada, stopped by Benetrix. Rotz has it. Here's the backhand to the corner. Rebote for Alex. Rotz again, backhand from the 9. Wall to wall out to the rebote. Alex, powerful throw. Benetrix. To the forehand of Manny. Manny comes over the top. Benetrix has it on the left side. Backhand, head to the corner, cut off by Manny. Rotz with a hop, makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Manny takes it in the air. Manny again, powerfully. Going to the corner, and Rotz is there.
Tough one.
Alex on the catch. Costado 2-wall stopped by Benetrix. Hard throw. Oh, what a scoop by Alex. That's sick.
Yeah, he's feeling it. That's kind of dangerous for the Devils.
I mean, that was just phenomenal. Here's a Rotz on the catch. Backhand from the 8 line. Manny's there. Manny in the corner. Backhand from the 10. Rotz keeps it on the left side. At ball's on the wall the entire way to the corner. Manny now makes the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. This one kicks. Rotz makes the catch. Rebote forehand by Alex. Benetrix moving in, lets it pass to Rotz. Here's Rotz on the backhand. Manny forehand from the back wall. Benetrix on the right side. Manny on the catch. Oh, what a catch by Benetrix. Here's the backhand. Alex now from the 7 line right to the corner. Rotz is there, pulling it from the side wall. High and hard to the corner. Alex forehand rebote to the outside. That scores. Outside placement of the forehand rebote working for Alex. That's a 4th point for Alex and Manny. Alex serves.
Well, Alex was very well-rounded coming into this. 6 2-wall kills was 7th, 5 splitters first, 12 cortadas first, 6 dejadas he was 2nd. But we haven't seen a lot of filos straight to the outside. And, boy, the outside placement there from the forehand. It's in the 4th point in a row.
Beautifully executed.
Cutting away from Benetrix, too. Love the way it opens up on this court.
Benetrix picks the serve, rifles the 2-wall to score. A point for Benetrix. And Rotz, the Devils. Benetrix serves.
Well, there we go. We'll see if that'll get Benetrix going. Also one of the lowest costado rates of any front quarter, just above 7%. Only thrown 14 of his nearly 200 backhand attempts from the costado. And then his kill rate 4th lowest out of the, the 22 qualifying front. So not throwing a lot, not scoring a high percentage either. And this was a guy who was nearly 1st in kills last year, but different divisions.
Here's the backhand by Benetrix for a bote to the inside. On the wall, Alex makes the save. Benetrix flying in with that left side, tipped the ball. It's a 5th point for Alex and Manny. Possible set point.
Yeah, it's a tough catch. You know, if it's 2-2 or 3-3, you don't go for that. Down 4-1, you probably do and try to make a play to get back in the set quickly. 5-1, Warriors looking strong.
Powerful backhand by Rotz. Rebote for Alex. Alex to the outside. Scoop by Benetrix. Carom by Benetrix. Stop by Alex. Alex going for the carambola. Read and stop by Rotz.
Ooh, what a catch.
Alex from the coastie. Drop shot to the inside. That scores. Point and set to Alex and Manny. 2 minutes go on the board. Come back out. Play our next set.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, the Warriors they're really dependent on Alex. And when he plays well, this team really has a chance to do some special things. If he's not playing at this high a level as we've seen today, you know the Warriors have tended to struggle a little bit more. And how about the variety, too? That's what makes him so special. You talked about it earlier, and then he threw a drop shot, philo, two-wall. I mean, really just all different types of shots and all scoring effectively.
And against Benetrix, too, who's got the foot speed to get to almost any shot that Alex throws. So the element of, I don't want to say the element of surprise, but that really is it. You don't want your opponent knowing what you're going to do. And in that case, doing it so well. I mean, that drop shot, you saw him jump up.
Yeah.
We see players doing that on the serve sometimes when they think it's going to be like over or under, and they hop.
Just
and
leaning
somehow
with
or other
it.
it helps.
Yeah.
That cosmic energy just kind of flies through the air.
Well, you know, coming into the game day and looking through some of the stats too, it just came back to the basics for Alex. His catch rate below 95%, the lowest of any player in his division. He's 5th of 6 players on the right side. He's 6th of 6 on left side catching. Doesn't throw a lot of costados, but then he ranks 2nd in total kills, and that's what we saw Alex do right there. When he's killing the point, when he's aggressive, Warriors are at their best. And again, with the splits of his shots, you know, you don't know what's coming. He's top 7 in every statistical category. What do you defend? Do you defend the inside, the outside, step back? Your guess is as good as mine. And Benetrix, really the first time he's playing up in Division II, figuring out Alex as well. So we'll see what the Devils come out here with in set number 2.
You really need the speed of Benetrix in the front court to try to get to it.
Yeah.
Ready to begin our next set. Benetrix has a serve for the Devils. Benetrix serves. Our second set has begun. Powerful backhand by Manny. Rebote. Benetrix calls for the rebote. Alex takes this out of the air. Powerful costado goes flying about the court. Where is it going? Rotz read it. Placement to the inside. Stopped by Alex. Alex fires another one from the costado.
Yeah, got it.
This one scores. First point of the second set goes to Alex at Manny.
And it's another variation from the costado. This time he goes high to pass after drawing him up, throwing some drop shots, some inside placements. So Alex shows you he's seeing the court well when he's throwing this variety and to this effect too.
Rotz on the backhand. Manny's there, backhand from the 9 line. Rebote for Benetrix. Benetrix fires it to the inside. Crossing the wall, Manny makes the play. Difficult catch. Manny again on the forehand, brings it over the top. Benetrix is there. Backhand. Rebote forehand. Fired by Benetrix. Caught by Alex. Alex on the backhand from the 8 line. Here's Manny from the 9. Benetrix from the 7 line. Low and hard to the inside. Alex is there. Rots powerfully along the wall. Manny pulls it off. Backhand from the 9 line. Rots again. Back to the inside. Manny takes it in the air. Benetrix hard to the inside. Difficult catch made by Manny. Manny plays this one high and hard to the back wall. Robote for Benetrix. That kicks up. Manny catches it in the air. Alex back at the 8 line. Powerful forehand. Caught by Rots. Manny now from the 9 line to the inside. Robote forehand by Benetrix. This one caught by Alex. Sidearm carom does not open. It is stopped by Benetrix. Benetrix hard from the left side. Alex pulls it out of the air. Alex again. Backhand from the 8. Manny from the outside brings it over the top. Big bounce brought down by Rots. That ball's along the wall the entire way, both coming and going from the back wall. The second point for Alex and Manny.
Oh, look, when Alex is firing shots at this rate and Manny's catching like this in the backcourt, the Devils, and particularly Benetrix up in the front, need to find a way to kill the point. And he talked about the kill rate low. His total kills are down this year. So what does he feel most comfortable with? What can he throw a little bit more consistently to try to move Alex from the inside and target Manny a little more?
Let's see what he does here. Powerful forehand by Alex. Oh my, what a scoop by Rots. Manny takes it in the air. Outside placement. Caught the court. The wood, rather. That's out of play. Benetrix and Rots on the board with the point and the serve.
And that was really close, too. Just about an inch wide.
It had enough bounce where you could see that it touched part of the court. We talked about those couple spaces.
Yeah, but that will be in the back of Benetrix's mind now, and he knows he can't leave the outside too exposed.
Here's a Rots to the inside. Manny takes it in the air at the 10 line. Backhand. Alex, low and hard from the left side. Benetrix is there. Backhand from the 6. Rotate forehand. Benetrix reaching overhead makes the play. Oh my, what a catch by Rots on the back wall. Oh, what a catch off the wall by Benetrix. Here's Manny. Forehand over the top. Benetrix takes it in the air. Backhand to the outside. Gets the Chulo 2 score. Well thrown by Benetrix. We're tied up 2-2. Benetrix serves.
Well, I was calling for Benetrix's shot. That has really been his shot this year. The backhand straight outside. It's been super effective out on this court. Once it's over the front quarter's head, the back quarter is really the only one that can make a play on it. See how the Robote's dead by the serve line? Manny can scoop it up or catch it in the air, and that's a long run.
Rots, tough catch at the back wall. Rotate forehand. Benetrix from the 6. Lower and harder and caught by Manny. Fine catch by Alex. Here's the backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Rotate coming out. Rotate forehand by Benetrix. Big bounce brought down by Manny. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, floating to the side wall. Alex made the play. Arats moves up, takes it in the air. Manny, tough catch at the 9 line. Arats in the corner, backhand. Arats now from the 9 line. Wall to wall from the left side. Forehand rebote by Alex, stopped by Benetrix midcourt. Arats down low in the corner. He is fearless. I was walking with him to get his ID.
Yeah.
And I was talking about that. I said, you know, this corner is not like the last corner. And he said, yeah, no, I like it back there. I said, okay.
All right.
Rabote saved by Arats, picked up, but not held on to in the front court. Great play by Arats gives the Devils 3 points. And Benetrix a serve.
Arats just has the right attitude and perfect mindset. He will play till the whistle here. Look at this. Clean miss up the wall. Sticks with a Rabote that's dropping down and able to get a point.
Beautifully done.
First lead here, Devils 3-2.
Arats moves to the outside to make the catch. Manny takes it in the air at the 9. Backhand by Arats. Manny's there. Rabote forehand. Alex takes that out of the air on the right side. Forehand play to pass. Rabote for Benetrix to the inside. Manny takes it on the bounce at the 8. Rabote forehand, powerfully thrown by Alex, stopped by Benetrix. Costado 2-all beautifully executed by Benetrix to score. A 4th point for the Devils and the serve for Benetrix.
Well, this is the shot. If you can land the Costado 2-all, you just open up so many options because now you can open up the drop shot from the Costado, the split placement. You can throw it to pass. There's so many variations, but if you establish that one, you can really work off of it.
Really what made that one so special was how close he was to the side wall. Yes, the closer you are to the side wall, the more difficult it is to get the ball to open up, especially trying to beat a guy like Alex.
Right, and that's the only time Alex has been even a little bit out of position because he was inside with Benetrix. Didn't expect the 2-all.
Here's the backhand by Arats. Rabote to the left side of Alex. That kicks up. So does Benetrix. Backhand. Drop shot.
Oh, not the guy to test.
Benetrix has it. Hard throw. Manny moving to the outside. That's a perfect read by Manny. He turns it into a 2-wall to score. Wow. A 3rd point for Alex and Manny. Alex serves.
Look, Alex is a lot smarter than me. He knew what he was doing, setting this up for Manny to make a diving 2-all Rabote save here to the outside. Look at how this opens up when it makes contact. That ball is faster than Benetrix.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good.
Remember you were saying that at the other facility? Not faster than the ball. You can't outrun the ball, especially this sidewall. You have even less of a chance.
No question about that.
What a play by Manny.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
The Rabote is his specialty, and man, puts another highlight up.
Manny from the forehand. Arats takes it on the bounce at the 7 line. Powerful backhand. Caught by Arats. Here's the backhand from the 9 line. Rabote to the inside. Benetrix moves inside to make the catch. Along the wall it goes. Manny stops it. Rabote forehand. Manny on the Rabote save. Benetrix moving in. Inside placement. Manny read it. He's there. Back to the inside. Arats with the scoop. Alex to the backcourt. Catches it in the air at the 9 line. Powerful forehand. Caught by Arats. Benetrix to the outside again. Manny reads this one, stops it. Oh, the peak of Karam.
Oh, be careful.
Will it bounce high enough? It will.
Oh, Manny.
4-4 is the score. Alex serves.
What a catch here. So Benetrix going back to that backhand to the outside.
I think Manny is trying to let him know, stop doing that.
Well, if you can get the ball to touch the floor and throw that high bounce Karam, which Manny liked to do at the other facility, it's going to be way more effective out here. And you saw Benetrix didn't even make an effort for it. That was way up high.
Arats on the backhand. Rebote. Alex reads the adjustment, cannot make the play. 5 points for Benetrix and Arats. Possible set point.
And even after all that, the Devils still with 2 chances to push this match into a 3rd set. Just got to forget about it and make one play here.
Ball tipped, point and set to Benetrix and Arats of the Devils. We have split sets. 3rd set coming up in 2 minutes.
Well, the Devils get their set 6-4. They take set number 2. So a 3rd set coming up here to decide what is a critical match in this game day. Match number 4, the Warriors lead 2-1. So either the Warriors go up 3-1 or the Devils put it to a 2-2 tie. With a win here, the Warriors would secure the game day tie and at least half a point in the standings. And the Warriors, where they stand right now at the bottom, they need all the help that they can get to start making their way back up and start getting some points. Great playing by Arats there in the backcourt. And after missing the first game day for the Devils, he's been a great captain, has been working hard to get back to form. And again, this court a little bit different for everybody, but Arats playing the same way. Catch after catch, throw by throw there in the corner. We should note that that Rock actually brought another water. So we do have small cups, obviously, Stu, which you can see there, but the water jug is infinitely closer. So we're looking at about double the water in the break.
I'm still
Robote Analytics worked on that.
I'm still concerned about the size of the cups, though. It's like, I know that they make larger cups.
Look at this cup.
That's larger.
This is a larger cup.
It's
that
like
I have.
one
like
size.
that one. See, great camera work by Angelus. She's zooming in on it. Like that's the cup that we have back. You know what's wrong with that one?
Maybe it's not available to everyone.
I think Rock is trying to not be wasteful, and I think he's going with the smaller cups and just because he's thoughtful like that.
Not like we had a problem with waste before. I mean, water was flying out of the last place like it was just...
It was like a hurricane in the building every day. Yeah, we need water. We need more water. How much water are these highlight players drinking?
I don't think any Magic City
there we go.
Battle Court player bought water in the last 8 years. I
can tell you, living with a few, definitely not.
Ready to begin our 3rd and final set.
I just do the tap water, which people say you shouldn't do in Miami, but I'm still here to tell the story. So,
yeah, what's wrong with Miami tap water?
Yeah, thank you, Stu. First guy that said that, by the way.
We got to.
Caused quite the stir, Stu. Executive producers got our back. Thank you.
Here's the backhand by Arats. Backhand to the outside. Alex is there, makes the save on the forehand. Rebote, big bounce. Arats comes back wall to make the save. Alex, laser-like focus on that catch, sends it back. Arats is there. Arats in the corner, backhand to bring it out. Manny to the outside. Arats takes that off the bounce. Alex now from the forehand, keeps it high. Arats is there. Manny on the catch, backhand. from the 10 line. Rotz is there. Rotz getting some play off the side wall. Alex makes a great catch midcourt. Cortada low and hard and crossing to score. First point of the decisive third set goes to Alex and Manny.
Yeah, the effectiveness of the Cortada a lot of times depend on where the bounce is. Look at how this one reacts. It just drops straight down when it makes contact with the sidewall instead of kicking up.
Perfectly thrown. I mean, really perfectly thrown.
Let's add another shot for Alex in this one, the Cortada.
Big backhand by Rotz. Robote, left side, kicks up. Rotz is there. Rotz now from the 9 line. Backhand to the back wall. Robote forehand by Alex. Benetrix. Low and hard to the inside. Manny's there. Benetrix looks for the Robote. Puts it inside. Manny on the catch again. Backhand from the 8 line. Benetrix adjusts to make the save. Alex moving in with that forehand. Good read by Rotz. Light touch. Oh, stop by Manny. Drop shot. Stopped by Benetrix. Inside place. Oh, Manny got assist on it. Almost made that catch. Tremendous play by all 4 players. That point goes to Benetrix and Rotz. They try to get Manny, but...
Oh, just a tremendous sequence here. Soft Cortada. Look at this read by Manny. Committed to the right side. Not a lot of space. Controls the catch, and then that's where it just goes a little off the rails. Still bouncing by about the 3 line and hard to recover when you miss the drop shot like that.
Powerful backhand by Rotz. Robote. Rotz, difficult catch at the 10 line. Manny now from the 9 line. Robote's on the side wall. That's saved by Alex. 2-all. Committed to. Alex keeps this in play. Kept that left hand away from the screen. Manny gets to the outside to make the catch. What a play. Keeps it high and scores. Excellent play by both Alex and Manny. Gets the Warriors the point. Wow.
Cannot push the net out of the way to make that catch, but Alex surely did not that time.
No, his left hand was well clear of the screen.
No. You'll see the hand clear. I'm looking at the foot. That's tricky, Alex. That's what I thought I saw.
Good. That's good.
That's tricky. He's smart. He's feeling it today.
Rotz will take that on the bounce. Forehand played high. Off the sidewall. Manny makes the catch. Comes over the top. That ball is caught by Benetrix. Alex calls for the Robote. Puts it inside. Benetrix, great catch. Split placement. Caught down low by Manny. Rotz looks for the Robote. He makes the save. Low and inside. Alex is there. Alex sends this one straight to the back wall. Out to the Robote. Benetrix saves it. Oh, it caught the edge of the court and scores. 2-2 in the third set. Benetrix has a serve for the Devils.
And when Benetrix released that ball and saw that it clipped, he was just hoping that it would get down inside the boundary line, and it was as close as it could be. Ties it back up here, 2-2. Point for point this third set.
There's a backhand by Manny. Caught by Rotz. Rotz on the catch. Here's the backhand. Into the corner, out to the Robote. Alex is there, fires it inside. Here's Benetrix. Manny from the 9 line. Arat's off the wall, makes the catch. Backhand. Manny against the back wall, makes the play. Arat's tough catch. Rebote for Alex, played from the costado inside. Big bounce brought down by Arat's. Arat's on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Powerful backhand by Manny. Arat's in the corner, makes the play. Rebote forehand by Benetrix. Powerful forehand rebote caught in the air by Manny.
And once again, we've just seen the shot making come to a screeching halt as we get into the third set. It was explosive back and forth, Alex and Benetrix, and now a lot of play to the inner third of this court.
Absolutely not wanting to give away a point. Arat's with another fine catch in the backcourt. Manny's there. Alex way overhead. Great catch. Hard backhand. Rebote coming out. Down low, Manny makes the play. Alex comes cross court to make the catch. Backhand to the inside. Benetrix is there. Arat's goes to the outside to make the catch. Sidearm. Crossing the wall. Alex pulls it out of the air on the left side. Benetrix again. From the forehand, powerfully thrown. Not passing Manny. From the forehand, taking a bounce. Here's the backhand by Benetrix.
Manny's catch rate this year is 94%, but it feels like some days he's closer to 100, and today's one of those days.
Inside placement will score for Benetrix. A third point for the red shirts. Benetrix and Arat's. Benetrix serves. Yeah, I mean, it's just been solid all day.
Both backcourters, I mean, really have done a great job, but Benetrix so patient up in the front. He's not going to shoot something that he's not fully comfortable with, and even that time, it's the Dejada to the inside, not risking throwing the ball on the pad off the court, but the inside. It counts the same if you can drop it in.
See, what's the traditional role of the backcourter? You know, catch and throw, catch and throw, catch and throw, set up your front quarter to kill it.
And Manny's added some offense, too, for these Warriors. 2 kills.
Oh, yeah, those two from the outside were beautiful. Arat's back to the inside to make the play. Manny on the left side. Rebote forehand. Catch by Alex. Cortada by Alex. Stopped by Benetrix. Benetrix right up the middle. Alex is there. Alex plays this one to pass. Chick, check, scores. 3-3. Alex serves for the Warriors.
And it really just depends if it hits the floor or the back wall first. If it hits the floor first, most times they'll hit the back wall and drop down, but Arat's just can't wait to see what it's going to do. He's got to get out there and commit. He's thinking it's going to drop and come out, but that touched the floor first and died.
There's the backhand by Arat's. Rebote for Alex. Powerful forehand by Arat's crossing the wall. Manny makes a difficult save. Benetrix moving in, reaching out, makes the catch. Low and hard. Alex stops it on the backhand. Big backhand follows Rebote to the forehand of Benetrix. Alex, midcourt. Low and hard. Picked up by Benetrix. Benetrix fakes the 2-all, drops it back inside to score. Well done. 4 points for Benetrix and Arat's of the Devils. That was nice.
Well, this is one of the shots you can make from the costado. Once you've established a 2-wall, which Benetrix has, it draws Alex to the net. Manny's hanging a little deep, and the inside is wide open.
Benetrix saw it and killed it there.
Look, and even if Manny gets up to it, it's just going to be probably a defensive backhand to the inside. Very smart, not a lot of risk. That puts the 4th point on the board.
Low hard serve by Benetrix, stopped and returned by Manny. High and hard to the back wall, a rebote. Oh, that ball is in and out of Manny's cesta. That is a 5th point for Benetrix and Rotz. Possible set, possible match point for the Devils.
Tough that he's had that mistake late in this set with how well he's played throughout to just give him a chance.
There's the backhand by Manny. Catch by Rotz. Manny on the backhand from the 8 line. Rotz is there. Beautiful catch by Rotz off the wall. Manny has this on the forehand. Over the top, big bounce. Stopped by Rotz at the back wall. Alex now from the right side. Big right side. Caught by Rotz, backhand from the 8 line. Into the corner, and Rotz is there. Rebote for Alex. Alex fires the rebote, caught by Benetrix. Benetrix on the backhand, low and hard to the back wall. Alex gets in there, makes the save. That kicks up, Rotz is there. Catch by Manny. Fine catch in the backhand from the 10 line. Rotz from the 10 line now. Manny down low, forehand over the top. Rotz calls for it, makes the catch up high. Alex has the ball mid-court. Outside placement, comes back to the inside. Cortada. What a catch by Alex. That was sick.
Kept it going, Stu. Oh, this is a wonky rebote.
Rebote coming out. Alex eyes on the rebote, plays it inside. Rotz is there.
These guys have gotten so good at reading these rebotes in about 2 weeks. Imagine where they're going to be at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rebote to the inside. Rebote forehand by Alex. Rotz calls for it. Backhand to the corner. Manny at the back wall makes the stop. Powerful backhand. Rebote up the middle. Benetrix is on it.
Bounce.
Manny advances, grabs it overhead. Pika to the inside. Goes up, comes down, and scores. 4 points for Alex and Manny. Still possible match point for the Devils.
Look at Manny going way up for that one, and then the Pika return. Benetrix a little uncomfy with it. Then it takes a big bounce over Rotz's head, and good luck saving that rebote.
Powerful backhand by Rotz. Manny makes the catch, backhand from the 9 line. Manny keeps it on the backhand. Rotz again, backhand from the 10. Rebote for Benetrix. Up the middle. Alex focus on the ball. Powerful right side. Does not pass. Here's the backhand. Rebote left side. Rotz makes the catch. Keeps it high to the front wall. Rebote saved by Manny. Catch by Benetrix. He fires the 2-all to score. Point in a hard-fought match for Benetrix. And Rotz taking it in the 3rd set, 6-4.
Hard-fought match. After dropping the first set, Devils win the next 2, 6-4, 6-4, and tie up this game day 2-2. Division 5 coming up next. Correa and Carballo will take on Benny and Rock. Let's take a look at some replays from that match. Boy, were there a lot of highlights in this one. Benetrix picking that one up off the floor and then shooting a 2-wall. That was gorgeous early on. Backhand here to the outside. Look at Alex looking. Is Manny there? Nope. And the rebote's not either. Costado here. Benetrix threw a bunch of Costados in this match and actually pretty effective. I mean, I think killed 3 of them from that left side. Really was. And then Manny here. Look at the defense. Drop shot. Not droppy enough. And then Benetrix whips it inside. Tipped. Big left side rebote. Is it going to land in? Barely does. And it's the apology. I didn't exactly mean to throw it there, but not going to give you the point back. Scoop there by Benetrix to the inside. Placement. Sold the fake so well.
Perfect.
Again, showing you the importance of establishing the outside and the 2-wall, or else there's no reason for Alex to commit that far.
Absolutely.
And then right here, what a shot to end it. Threw it hard, it opened wide, and that was never a doubt, Stu. 6-4, the Devils close it out in the 3rd set. Take a look at that game day score, 2-2. Warriors at the bottom of the standings right now, but a game day win today would put them in a tie for 4th place. And remember, the top 4 teams make it to the playoffs. Benetrix and Arats, winners of that last match, making their way over to the cage. We will hear from them right about now. Benetrix and Arats. Congratulations, guys. First win together as a doubles pairing. Benetrix, the transition here for you. Last season playing in Division 5. Now you're in Divisions 2 and 3. What has that been like for you against some of this tougher, higher level competition?
I mean, to play in Division 2 right now, it's pretty more comfortable with Arats because he's one of the best, if he's not the best at the back. So that's pretty cool to play with him. And for me to being in Division 2 with him is just a pleasure.
Yeah, and Arats, I mean, playing with Benetrix for the first time, what do you like the way about this team has played through the first few matches?
Yeah, I think that we are going to compenetrate very good. We both, I think that we can play good in this division, and that's it. We have to play some matches to get to know better each other, but I'm very happy to play with him.
Awesome, guys. Well, a big win there. Ties up the game day. Good luck to your Devils the rest of the way. Thank you. Quickly into match number 5, Division 5 doubles. Correa and Carballo. Carballo back out there, and they'll take on Benny and Rock. So Correa and Cabrera, the Division 5 team, 0-2 so far for the Warriors. And Benny and Rock, pretty solid start for them. Only played 3 matches, but they're 2-1. Correa's got the serve. We saw him in the backcourt. Now he's up front. Ready to begin match 5.
Correa serves. We begin.
Look at Rock. Yep, soft cortada. Oh.
Rock found the inside, and it scores. First point for the Devils, Benny and Rock.
Well, don't know if these Warriors were watching a lot of tape. I mean, when Rock gets that serve outside, we saw it in his previous matches, he's not afraid to throw this soft cortada. Look how far to the outside Correa is and deep. Throw the ball where your opponent is not. Smart play. First point early on, and then an ace follows.
Cortada serve working for Benny, crossing the wall and scoring 2 points for Benny and Rock. Benny serves. Carballo's not familiar with that serve, especially in the backcourt.
No, not at all. That's going to be very difficult for him to adjust, but now he's seen it, and he's a quick learner.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Carballo on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rock is there, takes it in the air. Carballo calls for the ball. Here's the backhand from the 7 line. Carballo with the catch at the 10 line. Forehand, takes a big bounce. Benny stops it. Carballo calls for the catch. Forehand back. Benny advances, takes it in the air. Correa makes a fine catch, and the Filo scores. That's a point for Correa and Carballo. Correa serves.
Well, that time you see Correa lingering deeper in the backcourt, but he fakes Benny out, makes his way up, and then shoots an outside placement from the costado. Not often you see that from Correa, but that one scoring beautifully.
Rock from the right side, plays it high. Carballo adjusts, great catch on the backhand. Benny, right side, low and hard. Correa comes cross court, makes the stop. Rebote for Benny. Carballo calls for the catch. Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Cortada by Benny will score. 3 points for Benny and Rock.
Well, this is Benny's first time playing in the front court in his career, down in Division 5. The only player that he trails in terms of scores is Iturbide in Division 4, who has 23. Benny with 18 kills. He's done it with the two-wall, drop shots, cortadas, and you're seeing it again today. He's been very aggressive early.
Benny comes to the backcourt to make the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote. Correa on the rebote. Benny back to the inside, aggressively takes it on the bounce. Sends this one back. Catch by Carballo. Benny again. Cortada. This one will score. 4 points for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
Benny also doing a nice job of keeping this ball on his right side whenever possible. That's what we see a lot of the top-level front quarters do. Opens up the cortada there, can throw a 2-0 off of it as well. But this is a guy who plays mostly left side in the backcourt at a high level, and this is a totally different game and doing it effectively, too.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, his adjustment to the front court's been really impressive and very aggressive style of play.
And Benny's fourth in terms of total costado scores also, and he's only doing it on one of his two teams. Oh, 2 bounces.
That's a point for Benny and Rock. That gives them 5 points. Possible set point.
It's been aces and kill shots. I mean, that's been the recipe so far for Benny and Rock, and not deviating from that tonight.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. Carballo is moving up on that one. The ace will score. Point and set for Benny and Rock. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come out and play our next set.
Couple aces, a couple cortadas, and 6-1. Benny and Rock swiftly take that first set.
Impressive on that serve. I mean, Benny just changing it up, keeping it away from the front quarter. Correa's not going to move up to take that in the air. He's not going to move up to the underserve line to grab it.
Right.
Doubtful, anyway.
No.
And Carballo just, again, not used to the backcourt and not used to that serve coming in so low. Great first set there for the Devils.
Again, Benny, one of the youngest players. I was thinking about that. No, not the youngest anymore, because we brought in some youth. Eggy at just 18. Oh, my God. But one of his best traits is his mind and his IQ. Benny is a great student of the game. He watches as much Jai-Alai as anybody, and he knows the weaknesses of his opponents, and he's very eager to take advantage of them when he gets the opportunity. And you see, he knew exactly what he needed to do, put the ball to the sidewall, keep it low, testing Correa up in the front, and he saw 6-1, ended pretty early. And also those serves, moving Carballo around and recognizing that this is an opponent who doesn't have a ton of experience out here. Just keep changing up the look. Don't let him see it twice.
No, the adjustment to the front court's been excellent in putting this team together. Solid.
Yeah, last season it was Benetrix alongside Rock, and that team went 8-2. One of the best records in Division 5. But Benny here so far, 2-1. And there you see Ben. Hey, don't look at me. Look at the guy up there in the front who's doing everything. And how about the backcourt support too? Rock doing a great job.
He just doesn't know that he can't get away from the camera. The camera's everywhere.
Players making their way out there, ready to begin set number 2. And when we do, it will be the Warriors with control of the serve.
We are ready to begin our next set. Correa has a serve for the Warriors. Correa serves. Our second set begins. Rock gets there before the second bounce. Hard throw. Carballo follows it back to the 9 line. Here's the backhand. Benny's coming to the backcourt. Wow. That's point 4. Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
Well, they know if Benny's going to be shooting that cortada, you got to give way when he's got it on the right side, clearing his opponents out. And it's a long run for Correa, and Carballo's got to move up on it as it's crossing the wall. It's a low percentage catch. That was an underserve, I think.
Underserve.
Yeah, just under.
First fault. Second serve must be good.
It was close because Correa did tip it, but the underserve occurred first.
Carballo switched from right to left. I think that's what he did anyway. Here's the forehand by Rock. Benny on the backhand. Passes to the back wall. Correa rebote save. Benny moving in. Takes it on the bounce. Drop shot. Stop by Correa. Drop shot. Stop by Benny. Filo by Benny scores. 2 points for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
The battle of the drop shots, we do not have an official winner here, but Benny's able to kill it with the Filo. Goes for one. Nope, not droppy enough. Correa goes. Certainly not droppy enough. Yeah. And then Benny just, bam, straight outside. No regard for someone standing out there. Just throw it as hard as you can and make sure you land it in and don't hit the pad.
Yep, it's the other guy's responsibility to get out of the way.
And the judge, too. That one's coming in quick.
That was a good hop by Correa. Carballo was there. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Third point for Benny and Rock. Benny has a serve.
Yeah, look, when he's gone to the front court, he's just eating up Correa with that right side. And when he's gone into the backcourt, Carballo just looks a little lost back there. And again, obviously all expected with the limited experience and reps out there, but practice a whole lot different than game speed.
Carballo from the forehand, high and hard to the front wall. Ball tipped in the backcourt. There's a point for Correa and Carballo of the Warriors. Correa serves. And also coming off the taxi squad, you have to be prepared to go into the front or the back.
Right, and again, not his natural position, but still skilled enough he can make almost any catch.
Here's Rock on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Carballo trying to catch that ball at the sidewall with the forehand. Fourth point for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
Yeah, this ball definitely stays in the air a little bit longer than the one that he's played with for most of his career, so you can see why he's committed to the inside, and the ball's just maybe not where he thinks it's going to end up.
Carballo makes the catch.
Yeah,
here's the costado. Caught by Rock. Rock, picada. Big bounce. Craig gets it. That carom doesn't open. Benny's got it. The 2-all. Perfectly executed by Benny to score. It's a 5th point for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
Well, this was the intent when this team was put together, and it's good to see it come together when they're out on the court. I mean, Benny's throwing everything perfectly, a bunch of shots. Rock, you know, limited balls that he's gotten, handled most of them. And here they are within 1 point of a dominant victory. And there it is.
The ace will score for the win. Point set and match to Benny and Rock, taking it in straight sets. 6-1, 6-1.
And 2 wins in a row for the Devils, and now they have a chance to win the game day coming up next with Etcheberry and Rotz taking on Douglas and Manny. Benny just doing a great job up there in the front. You see Douglas, he's coming out with a chance to tie this game day up.
Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one.
Benny and Rock, 3rd win together, 3-1 this season. Congratulations, guys. Benny, in Division 5, you're in 2nd place on the roster, trailing only Iter Bide in Division 4 in terms of kills. When you hear that, what does that make you feel?
Well, it feels good, you know. I've been working on my my kill shots a lot, and being in Division 5 in the front, I get more opportunities to kill the point. So I think that's also helping me a lot with my shots.
Yeah, in this matchup,
it says that he's not just a back quarter; he's officially now a mid quarter.
Well, absolutely. We could update that graphic to swing court. In this particular matchup, though, I mean, you got Carballo coming up off the taxi squad and Correa in the front. What was the game plan to try to attack these two? Because it seemed pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, we know that Carballo doesn't have a lot of experience on this court. So, if we can kind of focus him in the backcourt, that's what I was trying to do with the serves, throw it low and cross the wall. And then, when I get up in the front, I was throwing a lot of cortadas just because, it's a different sidewall and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Awesome, guys. Very effective. Well done. And you got a chance to win the game day up next. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Go Devils.
We'll see what happens. Etcheberry and Rotz will take on Douglas and Manny with the game day on the line. Douglas and Manny 0-2 so far this year, but this would be a great time to get that first win and end the game day in a tie. Etcheberry and Rotz coming off of their first win of the season. That team is 1-2. So the game day, very clear right here. If the Warriors win this match, it will end in a 3-3 tie. If the Devils win this match, the Devils will win the day 4-2. Devils have opened up with a particularly tough schedule as well. I mean, you look at who they have played so far. The Cyclones twice, the Chargers and the Renegades. First opportunity here against the Warriors. Definitely going to get some points. Just a matter of if it's the half or the full. There's the whistle. And we're ready to begin this final match of the game day.
Ready to begin our final match for the day. Douglas has a serve for the Warriors.
Douglas was aggressive in his first match. That was a little bit ago, but expect him to keep doing the same.
Powerful backhand by Rotz. Here's the backhand now by Manny. Robote. Powerful forehand by Etcheberry. Douglas to the inside. Manny from the 9 line. Cortada. Well thrown by Etcheberry to score. Etcheberry and Rotz of the Devils first up on the board here in the first set.
And this sidewall is not very forgiving on a slight missed backhand. I mean, when that ball clips, it goes way to the outside. The front quarter has to stay wide, and that back quarter is exposed. I mean, just the slightest little miss, and you saw Etcheberry throw a perfect cortada. First point on the board.
Etcheberry aggressively moves to the front court. Powerful backhand. Stopped by Manny. Fine catch in the backcourt. Ball tipped. Long one. Douglas serves.
Just a missed ball. I mean, set up there on the inside, coming right to him. On his left side, that's where Etcheberry does most of the damage, but just dropped that one. Big bounce.
Powerful backhand by Aratz. Goes to the corner. Floating. Douglas makes the save. Etcheberry from the 6th line. Powerful throw. Aratz advances, takes it in the air. Fine catch. Along the wall to the left side of Manny. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Caught in the air by Aratz. Here's the backhand. Manny's there.
Oh, goes up.
Aratz in the corner. Great catch. Rebote coming out. Aratz calls for the ball. Mid-wall placement. Manny takes it on the bounce at the 9 line. Here's Aratz on the catch. Backhand from the 9. Manny's there. Aratz way up high on the left side. Makes a fine catch. Aratz again in the corner. Backhand. Little clip. Manny now from the 9 line. This to the forehand of Aratz. Etcheberry on the catch. Here's a backhand from the 7. Manny pulls that off the wall at the 9. Here's the backhand.
Oh, another tough catch.
Aratz on the backhand to the inside. Manny to the outside. Aratz is there. Over the top. Looking for picada. Manny brings it down at the 10. Etcheberry moves back behind the 7. Powerful backhand to the outside. Manny grabs it. Pika Karam. Scoop attempt missed. 2 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
If you want to give it to Manny outside, you better be ready to take this on the bounce or get way up to protect the net. The high bounce, Karam coming back. Etcheberry moves up on it. And such a difficult scoop.
Powerful backhand by Aratz. Rebote forehand to the outside. Back to midcourt. Aratz is there. Aratz over the top. Douglas cuts it off. 2-all opens and scores. Well done by Douglas. 3 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Not only today, but all season, Douglas has thrown this with confidence. It's been effective, opening up wide and scoring again. Even that first match really wasn't an answer for it. Douglas scored about 5 or 6 of them in a loss. Now 3-1 lead for him.
Powerful forehand by Douglas. Aratz is there. Big backhand. Kicks high to the back wall. Rebote forehand. Aratz with a great catch behind the 10 line. Rebote left side, little clip. Douglas has it, winds up. That 2-all perfectly executed and scoring. 4th point for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Well, if he's been throwing those 2-alls from the sidewall, I mean, he's got to be licking his chops at this opportunity. From the outside, gets it to open up even more, and look how far Etcheberry is from that ball when it hits the net. Don't want to get trapped inside, and Douglas will make you pay.
There's a backhand by Aratz. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming way out. Douglas makes the play. Etcheberry takes it in the air. Costado to the inside. Picked up by Manny off the bounce. Manny over the top to the inside. Etcheberry stops it. 2-all. Shot to the outside. Douglas is there. Cortada Missed in the
That's
front and stopped
crazy.
beautifully by Rotz in the back.
Don't even know how he saw it.
Etcheberry adjusts to make the play. Big bounce. Oh my, that scores crossing the side wall. 2 points for Etcheberry and Rotz. Etcheberry serves the Devils.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we said this stat earlier in the day, but for Douglas, he is killing it 60% when he goes to the outside, only 20% when he's playing it inside with those cortadas. And defense is there, makes him pay, gets the second point up on the board for the Devils.
Douglas picks the serve, rifling it outside to score. Fifth point for Douglas and Manny. Possible set point.
I love that combination. You pick the serve, throw the 2-all right after, and Douglas has been doing that all day. One better than the next.
Powerful backhand by Rotz. Robote coming out to the forehand of Douglas. He sends it back. Rotz is there. Backhand from the 9 line. Here's Manny. Manny will take that on the bounce. Forehand to the inside. Etcheberry pulls it off the sidewall at the 7. Douglas is there, winding up. Coastie to the outside. Rotz reads it, makes a great catch. Here's Douglas. Powerful throw. Rotz stops it in the backcourt. Robote forehand by Douglas. Rotz again. Etcheberry calling for the Robote. Forehand Robote fired inside. Big bounce stopped by Manny. Manny over the top. Etcheberry reaching behind him. Makes the catch. Split placement stopped by Manny. Karen by Manny. Scoop by Etcheberry. Etcheberry rifles this forehand. It is a chick-chack to score. Beautiful point.
Etcheberry going for the outside placement. Douglas overruns it. Manny's there. This carom not working out. And with less of a high bounce, much easier for Etcheberry to make the catch and do something with it. Sends it high, gets it off the back wall, and it just dies there. Quickly, 2 straight points. Devils hanging around in this first set.
There's the backhand. Good catch by Rotz. Forehand Robote.
Stay in.
Out of play. A 4th point for Etcheberry and Rotz. Still possible set point for Douglas and Manny. Etcheberry serves.
And even still, giving away 3 points in a row, the Warriors have 2 chances to close this out. Douglas pointing to the ground, telling Manny right here, this is our point. And if he can go for this serve, Douglas is going to try. Not that one.
Here's backhand by Manny. That was funny, Andrew. Robote kicks up. Manny, eyes on the Robote. Etcheberry aggressively on the bounce. Cortada ripped, stopped by Douglas. Douglas powerfully to the backcourt where it's tipped. That is point and set to Douglas and Manny. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out, play our next set.
I mean, you can't really ask for a better opportunity if you're the Devils. Missed throw by the Warriors. Etcheberry's got it outside at about the 3 line. And within 2 throws, you end up losing that point. That's tough. And those are the type of points that consistently this season, Etcheberry has not really converted on. As you said, coming into today, he was 0 for 9 on Cortada and Tejada kill attempts. And just keeps adding in the rightmost column there. Can't score on that one, and it ends the set in the Warriors' favor, 6-4. All credit to Douglas there for setting the pace of that set, building the lead for the Warriors, and they just really didn't look back, even though they kind of limped to the finish line.
So if conservation is the goal, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Do we not wind up using more of the dental cups?
Depends on what you're trying to conserve. If you're trying to conserve the the cups, I see your point. If you're trying to conserve the water, that's why they may be going to the smaller cups. Well, before it was, the phone call, just a quick, hey, a little water here. If they run out of water, what are they going to do?
There was an endless supply.
Yeah.
I mean, there was just an endless supply of water and Gatorade that magically appeared every day.
The magic of, yeah.
That was, but you see, that's what players didn't get. That was the magic of Magic City.
Yeah. Well, the second set just about ready to begin. We'll see right here if the Warriors can close this out in straight sets. Love the way that Douglas played, though. It's just a matter of the repeatability. Can he do it in a second set? Can he do it consistently throughout the match? I mean, he's done it in spurts. He's done it, but, yeah. The second set after first, we'll see what he's got right here. It will be the Devils, Etcheberry, and Arats with the serve.
See what Etcheberry has in mind for that. Ready to begin our second set. Etcheberry has the serve for the Devils. Etcheberry serves, the set begins. Manny to the inside powerfully. Arats is there, backhand from the 9 line. Big backhand by Manny into the corner. Arats is there. Etcheberry way in the backcourt from the forehand. Manny on the right side. Arats.
Such
backhand.
a tough catch.
Played straight to the back wall. Here's Manny. Arats at the side wall, pulling it off. Manny now from the 9 line. Arats on the forehand from deep in the backcourt. Douglas has this with a reach on the left side. Powerful backhand follows. Rabote coming out right up the middle. Etcheberry's on it. Douglas cuts it off, winds up. Drop shot. Cut back to the inside where it's scored. First point of the second set goes to Douglas and Manny of the Warriors.
Well, Douglas is a former baseball player and a pitcher at that, so he understands switching up the look. From the costado, so many options. Establishing the 2-all in the second set, he doesn't want to go to it too early because he knows they have a read on it. So what does he do? The opposite. To the inside, forcing Arats to make that long run, and he just can't get to it.
You also saw that ball curve back to the side wall.
It bounced more to the middle of the court. Absolutely right, Stu. And then back to the inside.
Just put it out of reach.
A lot of spin.
Arats on the backhand to the inside. Powerful backhand. Rabote forehand by Douglas. Arats again. Manny from the left side. Arats in the corner to make the play. Powerful backhand. Straight to the back wall. Rabote coming out. Etcheberry, beautiful Rabote. Douglas plays this one to the inside. Taken on the bounce by Arats. Etcheberry moves to the outside, has this on the forehand, plays it low. Manny reads it, stops it on the left side. Backhand to the inside. Arats is there. Manny pulling that off the sidewall right in front of Arats. Here's Etcheberry. Another bullet from the left side of Etcheberry. Rabote coming in low. Douglas does not make the play. 1-1. Etcheberry serves for the Devils.
Just dying off the back wall, and there's nothing you can do for that. You know, Douglas pointing back to it. Just chalk that one up to the scoreboard for the back wall, and it's 1-1.
See Etcheberry tying back into his cesta.
And even to begin the second set, just the same strategy seemingly for this Devils team. There haven't been many opportunities to score, but still just keeping it to the inside and trying to catch one more ball than these Warriors. It's dangerous against a shot maker like Douglas.
Well, Etcheberry clearly keeping that ball away from Douglas on the serve. I mean, he just rifled that one. Crossing the sidewall is so important in doubles. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Manny's there. Catch by Aratz on the forehand. Douglas, fine catch at the 7 line. Powerful backhand. Into the corner, out to the rebote. Etcheberry's there. Douglas has it, moves in. 2-all. Stop by Etcheberry. Etcheberry whips this one back. A cortada, carambola, something like that scores. 2 points for Etcheberry and Aratz. Etcheberry serves. Well, you go to the well one too many times, it occasionally comes back to bite you in the ass. And that was the case there.
Well, and after a couple of cortadas were stopped by the Warriors, look at how hard Etcheberry throws this one. Bam. Look out, Douglas.
Manny from the forehand. Etcheberry backhand from the 7. Right to the corner. Manny's there. Fine catch. Aratz from the 10 line to the inside. Manny on the catch. Brings it over the top. Scoop by Etcheberry. Powerful backhand to the inside. Manny stops it on the backhand. Here's Aratz. Etcheberry from the 7 line. That's along the wall the entire way. Backhand again. Into the corner, out to the rebote. Douglas is there. Rebote forehand. Etcheberry tipped the ball coming off the sidewall. 2-2. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
Yeah, Etcheberry going for a tough scoop earlier than he made in that one, trying to pull it off the side wall. The question is, was something coming after it? If there was a shot, I agree. If not, just let that ball pass and no need to risk it up in the front court when Aratz is behind you playing pretty well.
That ball lands in and is taken by Aratz in the backcourt off the sidewall. Manny makes the play. Back to the inside. Aratz is there.
Oh, he's backed up now at the 9 line.
Manny on the catch. Backhand from the 9. Backhand by Etcheberry. Headed to the corner. Manny stops it. Aratz now from the 10 line. Manny from the 9. That hit the overhead screen in the backcourt. 3rd point for Etcheberry and Aratz of the Devils. Etcheberry serves.
Manny, typically one of the best players in terms of his out-of-play rates, only thrown 4 out all season long and below 1% out-of-play rate. That's what you like to see for a backcourter.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good.
Etcheberry has already double faulted today. He's got Douglas in the service box that has thrown a bunch of 2-walls. We'll see what he does with this second serve. Yeah, can't pick that one either. Well done.
Powerful backhand by Manny. Aratz is there. Backhand from the 10 line. Manny on the catch from the 9 on the left side. Aratz on the catch down low. Backhand from the 8 line. Etcheberry powerfully wall to wall from the left side. Douglas Looking for the rebote on the forehand. Takes a little off of it. Etcheberry reads it, stops it. The 2-all read by Douglas, stopped by Douglas, cortada by Douglas. Takes its second bounce and scores. 3-3, Douglas serves.
And when Etcheberry's gone to the 2-all, it just does not have the same effectiveness as Douglas. And it doesn't open up off the side or front wall. Yeah, just not the way you'd like to see it react. And then Douglas changes up the arm angle a bit and just drops it down after it crosses the sidewall. So well done. Beating him to the inside.
Aratz advances to make the catch off the serve backhand. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Crossing the wall, Aratz is there. Manning out from the 10 line to the inside. Manning again, this time from the 9 line. Aratz is there. Rebote left side by Manning. Costalo stays inside perfectly and scores. 4th point for Etcheberry and Aratz. Etcheberry serves.
Yeah. Smart Costado here. Keeps it to the inside. Douglas takes off defending the net, so he knows that's no good. Back to the inside. And look, if Manny saves it, it's going to be a very defensive rebote. He can be, probably attack the next few throws.
The second throw was better than the first.
Yeah. Really well done. Takes the lead 4-3 here, hoping to get it to a 3rd set.
Another powerful serve by Etcheberry. Here's the backhand. Rebote, this one in the middle. Douglas picks it up. To the outside he goes. Aratz read it, sends it high. Etcheberry, powerful, powerful backhand. Rebote comes to the inside. Douglas forehand rotate, high. To the backcourt, and Aratz is there. Manny on the catch, backhand from the 9. Rebote forehand. Here's the catch by Etcheberry. Here's a backhand by Aratz. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Aratz is there. Here's the backhand. Caught and returned by Manning. Aratz on the catch. Here's Manny on the right side. Powerful backhand over the heads of the front quarters. Manny makes the catch. Backhand from the 9 line. Big backhand by Aratz. Rebote coming out. Powerful Costalo to the inside. Manny stops it on the bounce. Right side to the inside. Etcheberry hangs in there. Makes the catch at the 7. Powerful backhand. Good reach by Douglas. Good throw by Douglas. Good stop by Etcheberry. Backhand. Right to the inside. Manny's there. Rebote by Douglas. Dropping. That one is caught by Aratz. Here's Manny on the forehand. Itchbury. 2-all. Out.
Man.
4-4 is the score. Douglas has the serve.
Four, and he's under so much pressure to make something happen after such a long rally, too. He threw a couple costados. The defense for the Warriors has been spot on. Tries to make something happen in the 2-all, and he's just been a little off today with that shot.
Rebote forehand. Excellent save by Aratz. Douglas reaches up. A drop shot is there. Etcheberry's there. Etcheberry rifles this one pretty hard, but gives the rebote two. Manny fires a 2-all. Etcheberry somehow came up with that catch and punishes everyone for throwing it. 5 points for Etcheberry and Aratz. Possible. Set point.
Well, Etcheberry very fortunate that he got another opportunity. First time around. Well, set up here by this throw from Douglas. Goes high to the outside. Aratz is calling for the rebote. He knows it's not going to come out all too much. Lays it up. Douglas attacking. Goes with the drop shot, which he hasn't thrown today. Etcheberry's on it. This is the throw that just comes way out. Man, he saves the rebote, but Devils able to get it in the end. Look at that cortada. Still going here.
Here's the backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming on the bounce. Etcheberry's there, puts it inside. Crossing the wall, Manny advances to make the catch. Backhand, high and hard to the back wall. Aratz is there. Manny from the 10 line. Ball tipped. By 5. Douglas has the serve. It is possible match point for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Boy, waiting for, to score off of Aratz missing a ball.
I was just going to say, he's doing everything back there, and at 4-5, drops one. Sets this up. Devils need this point to extend the match. Big bouncing serve. He got up there.
Douglas going for the ace in doubles. That's an impressive serve. Aratz caught it. Aratz with an equally impressive catch there at the 10. Manny has it on the right side. Etcheberry sets up. Backhand. Blasted to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Douglas is there. Etcheberry advances. Takes it in the air. Fires the coastie inside. Up the wall. Manny with quite the catch. Here's Aratz. Backhand from the 10. Aratz in the corner. Great catch. Rebote for Douglas. Dropping. Douglas makes the save. Backhand by Manning. Aratz has it at the 9 line. Backhand. Straight to the back court. Manny's there again.
Right over Etcheberry's head.
Well, both front quarters are looking for an opportunity to kill it. Powerful forehand rebote by Douglas, caught by Aratz. Here's the backhand.
Well, they'll either kill it or get killed before they get an opportunity at this rate. They're moving in.
Douglas on the rebote to the inside. Big bounce, stopped by Aratz. Manny makes the catch.
Look how aggressive Etcheberry is.
Rebote save. Douglas has it from the forehand to the corner. What a catch by Aratz. This backhand clears the overhead screens. Caught by Manny deep in the backcourt. Backhand to the inside. Aratz is there again.
Yeah, Douglas had a really good opportunity there with the right side and just tried to pass Aratz to end it that way. See if he gets another opportunity.
Chula will score for the win. Point set and match in the straight sets to Douglas and Manny.
Oh, and a big win for Douglas and Manny. Straight sets ends the game day in a 3-3 tie. Half a point going to both teams. We'll hear from our winners, Douglas and Manny, in just a few moments.
All right, boys, who we betting on?
However you bet, whoever you are, the sportsbook for every kind of player. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
I'm close to Andrew.
Now let's take a look at that game day score, folks. Ending in a 3-3 tie, courtesy of Douglas and Manny right there. We got our winners over in the cage. Douglas and Manny, both congratulations, guys. Douglas, boy, you really set the tone, throwing a bunch of shots early on. What was the game plan coming in, and how do you think it played out throughout the match?
Yeah, I think that today my shots were on. Yeah. And I think people have been telling me to be more aggressive for years now. And I think this ball on this court really helps with that. And Manny did his job perfectly back there. He was catching everything. And when I had the opportunity, I threw it. So I think that was a big point for us today.
Yeah, and stepping out there, last match of the day against a pretty tough Echeverry and Arats, what does it mean to just get that half point and continue to move up the standings?
Yeah, they're a tough team. So to get the win against them, I know our team is, it seems like we're always trailing from behind. But today we fought hard, and me and Manny came out, and we knew what we had to do, and we did it. So happy to get that half point for the team. So
awesome, guys. Really great playing, and congratulations on that time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Manny.
Happy birthday. Young Manny?
Me.
You? Happy birthday, Manny. Congratulations. So you get the birthday win. Thank you, Captain. All right, folks, let's take a look at those scores before we depart in the standings. You see the Cyclones up at the top, 3.5 points, Chargers and Devils tied there for second place. And then you got the Renegades and Fireballs in a tie for the final playoff spot. For the moment, the Renegades do own that tiebreaker. We will be back in action tomorrow night, Friday nights, beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you. Join us live right here at Jam Arena. We'll see you then.